Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome in. It's that time. It's that time. Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Game is finally here, and I've been waiting for this thing all friggin' week. And I know some of you guys have been too. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. I am Joby Wan, Bears fan and super nerd extraordinaire. I will be here for this entire game, of course, giving you the Bears fan biased commentary to go along with it. Let's check on our man from the sideline real quick here before this game gets kicked, because that's about to happen real soon. Following. Big Z. Where you at, Big Z? 16 degrees at Lambeau Field as we approach kickoff. 16 whole degrees. Same temperature as the season finale of last season. So, history repeating itself here. Flags atop the goalpost are mostly still. Wind chill is 5 degrees. Other than that, we don't have any interesting updates. I posted the inactives earlier. Nothing surprising there. The only non-healthy DB is Tyreek Stevenson today. All the other DBs are out there. No Roma Dunze, which that came up in the middle of the week, so that's an unfortunate occurrence there. But still got plenty of weapons out there. Couple of defensive linemen, Dominique Robinson, Jonathan Ford, inactive today. Ruben Hippolyte is inactive. But we have TJ Edwards and Noah Sewell back in action today. Still no Tremaine Edmonds, as I believe he has two more weeks on the IR before he is able to return. And of course, Case Keenum, the third quarterback. I don't believe he's been active all year, which, no big deal. So here's hoping I come out of this thing with blue and orange nails, huh? If any of you caught my videos during the week here. It is that time, and looks like we are just about to be ready to be underway. Micah Parsons during the week making stuff up about being disrespected out here. I have no idea what the hell he was talking about, that's for sure. If anything, Bears players were bending over backwards to be nice during the week here. The players are lined up on the field. Brandon McManus ready to kick this one away as the Bears will receive the first half kickoff. And this game is about to be underway. McManus kicks it, and it is away. Ball in the air. That will be taken in around the 3-yard line, turned across the 20, out to the 25, and be brought down around the 29-yard line. Is where... Is that Blackwell? Couldn't tell who was returning that ball. But that's where the Bears will take over. 14:50. Over-caffeinated to start this game, ladies and gentlemen. 14:56 remaining in this first quarter. Caleb and company taking the field. Took a nice little nap and then had a cup of coffee before we got on here, and now I'm just geeked. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got two wideouts to his right, one to his left. DeAndre Swift hands the ball off to Swift, carries it up the middle, and he's going to have a gain of about 5 on that first down carry out to about the 33-yard line. 14:47, 14:46, 14:45 remaining in this first quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. I am Joby Wan, super nerd Bears fan. Been sitting here waiting for this game all week, and we are finally here underway. Bears have 2nd and 5. Ball right around the 33-yard line, 14:29, 14:28 left in this first quarter. Caleb under center, two wideouts to his left, one to his right. Sends a man in motion, looking for Luther Burden, and that ball's going to be hide for him, and that will bring up 3rd down and 5. Caleb staring down his target the entire way. That's probably not the best way to get that completed, but it was a high ball, and Burden unable to get to it. Going to see a lot of Luther Burden today since Roma Dunze is not going to be available to this team. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. Bears with three wideouts out there, and Cole Kmet in at tight end. Swift lined up next to Williams, who's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking left, got pressure, and he escapes it. He's running out to his right. He's going to have the first down easily with his legs, and that is going to be a first down, but there is a flag on the play. See what that is, but Caleb, nice evasion on the pressure there. And let's see what the flag is. We have an offensive hold on the right tackle, Darnell Wright, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. Unfortunate. That was a nice little rush escape by Caleb there. But that's part of why he was able to get away, is because Darnell Wright had 2 handfuls there. 3rd down and 15, clock ticking, 14:07, 14:06, 14:05 remaining in this first quarter. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts to his left, empty backfield. Swift lined up at receiver, takes the shotgun snap, drops back, delivers over the middle, and that's going to fall incomplete. Looked like he might have been looking for Zacchaeus, but off target, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 15. Bears go 3 and out essentially on their opening series, and 13:53 remaining in this first quarter. Romeo Dobbs back to receive the kick from Torrey Taylor. The snap, the kick is away. Had a little bit of pressure on it, but got a good kick away. And that's going to be taken in around the 15. Excellent kick by Taylor. Dobbs has plenty of room to run. He's going to be back out across the 30, where he is upended around the 31-yard line. And that's where the Packers will take over, but we're going to have to check some laundry on this play. Another flag on the field. Laundry getting active right out the gate here. Welcome in, welcome in. I am Joby Wan. I will certainly be here for this entire game, giving you the Bears fan bias on this call. Illegal block in the back by the Packers on this return, and that's going to back them up, I would assume, significantly. And it will be nowhere near the 30 where that punt was returned to. Let's see where this ball gets spotted. That ball is going to be around the 11-yard line. Packers backed up to start this series. Whew. You know, my heart's already pumping, and all it is a 3 and out. I'm geeked for this game, man. I'm super amped. I'm probably just as amped as some of the players on the field right now. I want to get up and just hit somebody. All right, ball at the 11. Love under center, takes the snap. He's looking over to his left. A little bit of pressure, not much, and that's going to be delivered out to, I don't know these guys, Jaden Reed, and he's going to have a gain of about 8 on that first down catch, going out of bounds up the left side. 13:31, 13:30, 13:29 remaining in this first quarter, and we're going to have about 2nd down and 2 or so. Kevin Byard on the tackle on that play. 2nd down and 4, so they're going to call him a little bit shorter than I thought. Interesting. 13:14, 13:13. Jordan Love under center. He's got a man in motion. That's Musgrave, I believe. No, that's not Musgrave. That's one of the other tight ends. And all these backups out here. That was Fitzpatrick. Turns, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who's going to run it up the right side. It will get enough for the first down and will be brought down around the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. And that is where the Packers will have a first down. Josh Jacobs in the run game getting going here. Yeah, that's tight end that was in motion. The 88-86, you know, it all looks the same out here, but that was Fitzpatrick out there on the field. Sure, Musgrave's going to get in on the action as well. Let's see here. We have the ball is spotted at the just out or just inside the 26-yard line. Love under center's got a man in motion. Sends him back in motion the other way, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, and that will be a gain, no gain on first down, 2nd down and 10 incoming. Nice defensive push on the line of scrimmage there, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Welcome in, welcome in. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share with any other Bears fans who need a good Bears bias to their commentary for the day, because who wants to sit here and listen to Tom Brady all day long, all right? 2nd down and 10, Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts and a weak eye formation set up around him. Big pressure on that play, but he does get it out to his tight end. That is Luke Musgrave, who will pick up just enough for the first down. Jordan Love with pressure right in his face manages to deliver just over the right side to his tight end. and picks up the first down. That was TJ Edwards on the blitz there. CJ Gardner Johnson on the coverage, but unable to keep up with Musgrave on that route. Jordan Love under center, ball at the 36-yard line. Two wideouts to either side, one in motion. That's going to be a quick handoff, and that is going to go up the left side for a gain of about 7. And that is once again Jaden Reed, this time on the carry on the end around. That'll bring up about 2nd down and 3 with 10:57, 10:56 remaining in this first quarter. Bears with 2 of their 3 linebackers back today, TJ Edwards and Noah Sewell. Of course, the one who's been having the best season so far, Tremaine Edmonds, still out on IR for at least another 2 weeks. All right, 2nd down and about 4. Love under center. He's got a man in motion. Looks like he is changing the play with only a few seconds left on this play clock. Just gets the snap off and hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who carries it up the right side for a gain of about 1. 3rd down and 2 incoming. 10-14, 10-13, 10-12 remaining in this first quarter. Jordan Love looked a little bit of confusion under center there, changing up the play. They managed to just get that snap off because the play clock was at double zeros when that ball got snapped. So, it doesn't, you get about a half-second leeway because the refs got to pay attention to the play clock and the ball. 3rd down and 1, they're calling it. Love under center. They got their, looks like 2 tight ends in there. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs. Got plenty of time to throw, pressure in his face. Gets it out there for an easy first down to Reed once again. Short little swing pass, but it's enough to pick up the first down on that 3rd down and 1 play. 9:33, 9:32 remaining in this first quarter. And Bears definitely bit hard on the fake on the right side of the line there. Brisker did get in Love's face, but he was able to pump fake him and just drop that ball in there for the short first down. 9:15, 9:14, 9:13 remaining in this first quarter. 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of Green Bay. Love in the shotgun. It's got Jacobs lined up next to him. Takes the snap, looking to his right, throws it out quick. Gets it out there. That's going to be complete to Christian Watson for a gain of 5, maybe 6 on that first down play. 2nd down and short incoming. They have crossed midfield. 8:49, 8:48, 8:47 remaining in this first quarter. Christian Watson, I believe, started this year on injured reserve. Had the big game against Detroit last week. Jaden Reed, of course, the returner today, just coming back to the team today. He's on the sideline now. Love in the shotgun, 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 47 of Chicago now. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 3rd down and 4. CJ Gardner Johnson, the nickelback playing linebacker in there. That guy has been an absolute force since he was picked up off the street after being cut earlier this year. That guy, of course, loves to get under people's skin on the field. Was able to successfully do it against the Bears a couple of times a few years back. And now he's on our squad. Guy you want to have on your team, hate to play against. Jordan Love, 4 for 4 so far for 23 yards. Then the shotgun with trips out to his right, takes snap, hands it off to Jacobs, is going to carry it up the left side, just able to turn the corner. Needed 3 yards, picked up 4, and a Packers first down. 7:34, 7:33, 7:32 remaining in this first quarter. How's it going, Bob? I'm glad to see you in here. Hopefully we can get this victory today. Bears defense having a little bit of trouble right now, but nothing too terrible. They have been a bend but don't break defense all year. So ball at the Chicago 43, 1st down and 10. Love under center. He's got 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends, and a back behind him. Jacobs taking a break. Turns, hands it off, and that's going to be carried up the left side for a gain of 4, about 5 yards. And that looks to be Emmanuel Wilson on that first down carry. That is indeed who it is. That will bring up 2nd down, 6:50 remaining in this first quarter. Packers methodically moving the ball down the field right now. Love under center, drops back, looking over the middle, looking for a deep pass that's not there. And he's going to be sacked by Montez Sweat. It's going to be a huge loss back around the 49 of Green Bay. Montez Sweat gets in there, gets on his back, and drags him down. Sack for the Bears. Nice job, Montez. Working against the tight end and the left tackle, still gets there, gets a little boost from a Packers player who gave him a shove in the back, and that probably helped get him to Love. Third down and 17 with 6:08, 6:07, 6:06 remaining in this first quarter. I'm sorry, TikTokers, I've been kind of neglecting you. It doesn't look like anybody's commenting anyways, but welcome in, welcome in. Ball at the Green Bay 48 after that huge sack. Love takes the shotgun snap, dropping back, looking over the middle, delivers it, it's intercepted! And CJ Gardner-Johnson with the pick, and he's going the other way, back across midfield to the 40, out of bounds at the 35 of Green Bay. First down, Chicago! CJ Gardner-Johnson picking off Jordan Love. That's number one, baby. Let's get a couple more. Woo! And looking for Matthew Golden over the middle. Ball way too short to get there. CJ Gardner-Johnson, child's play, taking that one away. And that is going to be Bears ball going the other way. Yeah, I have no idea where he thought he was throwing that, because that was directly to CJ Gardner-Johnson. That was not even close to his intended receiver. Wow, what a throw. Good job, Jordan Love. I said it in my video earlier this week that I think he's going to be due for another clunker. And that is step one. 18th interception for the Bears defense this year. I believe that is CJ Gardner-Johnson's first as a Bear. Of course, he joined this team only about 4 weeks ago. And the flower is upset. Ball is at the Green Bay 36-yard line. Caleb under center. He's got two tight ends. Two backs behind him, turns, fakes the handoff to Monunga. He's looking over the middle, delivers. That's going to be complete to Colston Loveland for a gain of about 15 at the 20-yard line. The ball's out, and I don't know what the hell's going on here, but it looks like they are going to call Green Bay ball. The ball's still out, and now Smythe has it. I don't know what is going on. That ball definitely came out after Colston Loveland picked up the first down, but I think they're going to call him down by contact. Let's see that replay. That's tough to tell. A lot of action going on here in this first quarter now. All of a sudden, Colston Loveland catches the ball. And if they say he lost the ball here, then my argument would be that he did not complete the football move. And this would be an incomplete pass. They're going to call it a completed pass for the Bears, but the flower is challenging the play. 5:36 remaining in this first quarter. And we're probably going to have a commercial break. Whew, a lot of action going on here in this first quarter. All kinds of craziness. If I had to guess, I would say he never had possession in the first place. But I'm not entirely sure what happened there. A lot of action, a lot of action. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. I am Joby Wan. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, especially your Bear fan friends. Who knows, you may want to share this with your Packer fan friends later too. Who knows? Hopefully that'll be the case, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Let's just hope that we can hang on to this ball right now, because that is going to be highly unfortunate if we had taken the ball away just to give it back to them on their own 20-yard line or so, which would basically just reset the game where it was at the 13.5-minute mark. Oh yeah, my heart's pumping, Bob, already. I've been so geeked for this game all week. Finally here. I'm going to be tapped out by the end of the first half. Watch. I'm going to be calling the end of the games, taking a nap. If you're just joining in, the Bears did manage to pick off Jordan Love, and then on the ensuing play, Colston Loveland may have coughed it up after a nice catch from Caleb Williams, and we are awaiting to find out the fate of that play after a review. Oh, man. Review seems to be taking an awfully long time. They reviewed it, a catch on the field, and down by contact, as far as I could tell. And the flower decided to challenge it, which I certainly can't blame him because it's definitely close enough that I would have challenged it. But if they don't stick with the call on the field, I think the only other call is an incomplete pass, to be honest, just looking at the way that that ball was really never secured, in my opinion. Back from commercial, let's see what the verdict is. It has been ruled an incomplete pass. Still Bears ball. Little bit of fortune there, so that'll bring up second down and 10. But yeah, he did not complete a football move. He never really had possession of it, and that's kind of what I thought initially as well. So, Bears catch a break here. Second down and 10, Caleb under center. They got three tight ends in there. Got all the big boys in there. They line up in an I formation now, and we're going to have some movement, and that's going to be a false start on the Bears, and that'll back them up to second down and 15 now. Had the jumbo package in there, giggity, and that'll back them up to second down and 15 after the motion. Who was moving? It was Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland coming out of the game for the moment now, and a couple of mistakes back to back, so we're going to have to make sure he knows that he needs to get his head in the game here. 35th pre-snap penalty this offseason for the Bears. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got two wideouts to his right, takes the snap, looking over the middle, got plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, delivers, and that's short to Monungai, but I do not believe he was able to come up with that at all, and that's going to bring up third down and 15. Bears were set up nicely to start out this drive and now struggling to get going here. Parsons basically being held on that play too, which he's probably held on every play. You know, we used to have Khalil Mack. I used to watch him get held on every play too, so I know how that goes. But third down and 15 with 5:37 remaining in this first quarter. Ball at the 41 of Green Bay. Caleb in the shotgun, Swift lined up next to him. Looks like he's spouting some directions to him. He's only got a couple seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, under pressure, going to have to roll out, and just gets rid of the football. Nobody out there. He just throws it out of bounds. And who is that out there acting like an idiot? Carrington Valentine, the DB, who was covering nobody, is out there flexing like he made a big play. No, Micah Parsons forced Caleb out of the pocket, and that made the big play. So, anyways, fourth down, and Torrey Taylor going to have to kick it away. Bears managed to not pick up any yardage on this. In fact, lost 5 yards due to the procedure penalty. Snap to Taylor, kick in the air. He's going to try to pin him deep in the corner. Ball taken in, fair catch by Dobbs at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Packers will take over with 5:24 remaining in this first quarter. So no harm, no foul, and the Bears and Packers are locked up at 0-0 in this first quarter. Man, got the big takeaway right out the gate, and then immediately turn it over right after that. And I need to start paying more attention to these timestamps here. So there was it was around 15 was the pick. And then probably around 17 was Loveland drop. And then nothing else really happened. Oh man, I was gassed up for a second there after the Bears pick, that's for sure. But offense only went backwards by 5 yards after defense takes it away. And we are basically right back where we were the first time the Bears punted the ball away. Welcome in, welcome in. I will certainly be here for the rest of today's game, no matter how it goes. And I imagine the worse it goes for my team, the more Packer fans are going to be piling in here. But at the time, we are sitting at 0-0. Had a little bit got a little fired up after the big turnover. Oh no, I'm just seeing that Kyler Gordon suffered a groin injury in pregame warmups and is out for the game. No wonder we've been seeing so much CJ Gardner Johnson out there. Dude, Kyler Gordon is like made of glass, dude. What is up with that? He has missed more games than he has played this year. Man. Well, that's a little deflating. Bears had been going into this game with all their DBs, save for Tyreek Stevenson, but he is, of course, out for this game, which we knew about. And then Kyler Gordon goes and injures himself during pregame warmups. And what wasn't it a groin? I believe it was a groin that kept him out earlier in the year. So here we are with the same stuff, man. The guy is a good player, but you got to be available too, and he just never is. All right, looks like we are about to be back from commercial break here. Of course, they're showing us the classic rivalry footage here. Wonder if they're going to show Charles Martin absolutely destroying Jim McMahon. Basically, career was basically never the same after that. 211th meeting. All right, we are back to the big G. I'm going to keep it PG rated for now. I have other things that I like to call Lambeau. But anyways, the ball is at the Green Bay 11-yard line. First down and 10. Jordan Love under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts, and Josh Jacobs lined up behind him. It's like he's making a check at the line here. Takes a snap, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who's carrying it up the right side, and he's going to have about 5 yards on that first down carry. 5:17, 5:16, 5:15 remaining in this first quarter. Bring it up second down and about 5 on this next play. Yeah, I'm gonna be gassed by the time this first half ends because I've been so geeked all day for this damn game, I tell you. All right, second down and 5. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got two backs, one on either side, and three receivers wide out. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking to the right, throws it over. That's going to be complete to Christian Watson, who's got a nice gain out to the 35-yard line. Where that is where he will be brought down. First down and 10 with 4:35 remaining in this first quarter. Jalen Johnson on the coverage and was unable to keep up with them on that one. Quick little slant route. The same slant we tend to see from Aaron Rodgers, and I wonder where you learned that one from, huh? Bears with 5 total offensive yards right now. That's not very good. Ball at the 35. Love drops back, looking over the middle. Plenty of time to throwing a long one. And that is going to be completed to Luke Musgrave, who is being covered by Jaquan Brisker, and that's going to bring up first down deep into Bears territory with 3:59, 3:58, 3:57 remaining in this first quarter. Luke Musgrave coming down with it. Oh, did he come down with it? Let's see another camera angle. Up. The challenge flag is out on the field, and definitely at first glance looks like he may have bobbled that catch. So Ben Johnson gets the challenge flag on the field with 3:45 remaining, and the Bears are going to see if he actually came up with that one. Definitely looked questionable in the moment. It sounds like you're ready to rock, Bob. And we are going to go to commercial break for this coach's challenge. But yeah, Luke Musgrave, nice catch on the deep ball there by Love, but he had to dive for it, and he may have bobbled that thing. So, of course, they don't give us any looks at it before they go to commercial. They just cut to commercial. It's like, come on now. What the hell? I just took the day off of work tomorrow, Bob. So that way I figured, regardless of the outcome, I'm probably just going to want to be off tomorrow. So, but welcome in, everyone. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share. I will be here for the remainder of today's game. And if you haven't watched my video this week, I will be going ahead, and if the Bears pull this one out this week, I will be rocking blue and orange nails for the next 2 weeks, which will be interesting, as I have certainly never done that before. But in solidarity with my quarterback, he deserves it if he can pull it out today. Oh God, the SpongeBob meal. Seen a few pictures of that thing. It looks hideous in my opinion. But anyways. Awaiting the decision on this coach's challenge by Ben Johnson. Just waiting to come back from commercial. Like I say, they didn't even give us a good look at it before they went to commercial. Man, it's lame that Kyler Gordon's out. I hate seeing that tweet. Why did that have to happen? Oh, the coach's challenge on the Bears pass was incomplete, so hopefully the coach's challenge on the Packers pass is also incomplete. Be 1 for 1, right? All right, here we are with the challenge. And it is incomplete. Second down. Luke Musgrave will not be credited with that big catch. Bears catching a couple of breaks here on coaches' challenges. But he did not have possession. The ball was moving around down there. And they call that incomplete. 4:09 left on the clock now. Second down and 10 incoming. And the flower is going to cry, as he always looks like he's about to cry on the sideline. No matter what's going on, he's always crying about something. 35-yard line. Love in the shotgun. He's got two wideouts to his right, one to his left, tight end. And Jacobs takes the snap, looking to his right, under pressure. It's going to get completed to Jacobs out around the 40-yard line. He'll be brought down around the 41, but there is a flag on the play, and we will check that. 4:03 remaining in this first quarter. Looks like it's going to be against the Packers. Face mask on the offense, and that will back him up 15 yards and repeat second down. 65, that is the center, Aaron Banks. Let's see who he had a handful of. Probably big Grady Jarrett right in the middle there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hooked his face mask on the initial block. Yes, sir. 15-yarder. We'll take it. All right, second down and 25. Ball backed up all the way to the 20-yard line now. Love in the shotgun. He's got empty backfield behind him. Takes the snap. Throws it over to the left side, excuse me, and that's going to go down after about a 7-yard gain from Jaden Reed. Short little pass, and looked like there was some kind of weird motion. There was definitely confusion on both sides of the ball before that snap, but that's going to bring up third down and 19 now. I wasn't even sure what I was looking at. Packers moving fast, ball at the 26-yard line, third and 19, 3:21 remaining in this first quarter. Love takes the shotgun snap. He's looking over the middle, looking left, rolling out to his left now, looking to throw, and that is going to be incomplete. Was looking for Romeo Dobbs, who was sitting in the zone between Nashawn Wright and Jaquan Brisker. Fourth down and 19. The Bears defense manages to hold firm, and the Packers will have to punt it away. Whole lot of nothing, but a whole lot of excitement in this first quarter, all going on at the same time. Hey, bro, that's your opinion. Why don't you go piss on yourself? See you later, Tino Rebels. See ya. Oh, we're good. Guy was being a douchebag. That's all. All right. Waylon takes a snap. Ball is in the air. And that will be taken in by Devin Duvernay around the 20-yard line, who makes a cut and gets out to the 25-yard line. And that's where he will be brought down with 3:01 remaining in this first quarter. Chicago Bears taking over. And we will be back after, of course, another commercial break. Gotta love it. See, I love to interact with people in the hey to you, Tom Brady loves Jordan Love. What? What? I don't know what that comment is. But yes, I believe Tom Brady likes Jordan Love. But Tom Brady likes anybody who plays well. And he likes getting paid, so he'll pretty much say whatever he has to on Fox. You got it, Bob. Run, run, run. Let's see it happen. Run right at Micah, too. At Micah, at Gary. Run at both of them. We are just waiting to come back from commercial break with the Bears taking over after the Packers punt. Bears have come out on the positive side of both of the coaches' challenges so far. First coaches' challenge by Green Bay was successful, but they didn't get the result they were looking for. They thought they were going to get a turnover, but it ended up being an incomplete pass. And then on the coach's challenge by Ben Johnson, it was an incomplete pass after the Packers tried to run a quick play after Luke Musgrave bobbled it. So coach's challenge favoring the Bears right now, but we are still sitting at 0-0 with about 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I will certainly be here for the remainder of today's game. I have been here for every Bears game so far this season, and I do not believe that that is going to change. And I am certainly hopeful that we get an 18th stream, maybe a 19th stream. Who knows? Tom Brady in his pocket. I don't know. I'm not watching with any audio, of course, so I have no clue what he's talking about right now. I've only been turning it up to get the calls after the coaches' challenges here. But anyways, we are back. Just waiting for Tom Brady to finish his spiel so we can get back underway here. Hey, hey, sex machine. How's it going? All right, 3:01 left in this first quarter. Bears taking over at their own 25-yard line. Caleb under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts, and Swift lined up behind him. And I hope we see a heavy dose of the run now. He sends a man in motion, turns, hands it off to Swift, who carries it up the middle, and he's going to have about 6, maybe 7 yards on that first down gain. And that is exactly how they gashed the Eagles last week. It was 6 to 8 yard runs on every single carry. And that's what I want to see. They're going to give them 7 yards on that first down carry with 2:40, 2:39, 2:38 remaining in this first quarter. Bear down. All right, second down and 3. Caleb under center. He's got an I formation behind him. Turns, hands it off to Manungai. It looks like, no, that's Swift. He's going to have a first down carry after a gain of about 5 on that second down and 3 play. 2:17, 2:16, 2:15 remaining. DeAndre Swift getting the first down on his legs and finally starting to see what all us Bears fans want, the run game. Oh, yeah. All right, Caleb going back under center once again, looks like. That is correct. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and DeAndre Swift lined up behind him. Takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff to Swift this time. He's got Parsons pressuring him, gets it out to Durham Smythe for a short gain of about 3 yards on that first down pass. Second down incoming. Running the bootleg with Caleb. Parsons saw it coming all the way, and that just had Smythe open in the flat. Luckily, Caleb was at least able to hit him because we've seen him miss that short pass a lot of times. But that brings up second down and 7 with 123, 122, 121 remaining in this first quarter. Caleb going to be lined up in the shotgun this time. We got, he moves it under center now. We got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and they are now in an I formation, pistol formation. Sends a man in motion, turns, hands it off to Swift, who's going to carry it up the middle, cuts back, and that's going to be a gain of maybe 1, possibly 2 on that second down carry. It was a little ugly in the wash there, and he tried to cut it back and was unable to get anything substantial on that one. Well, thank you. Thank you. I wish there were smart, intelligent, and not so angry Bears fans out there too. It'd be nice. But thank you for the nice comment. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. 31 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and Swift lined up next to him. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap, looking over to his right. Going to have to get out of there as he's under pressure, throws the ball away, and that is going to bring up 4th down, and the Bears will have to punt it away. Caleb under heavy pressure on that play. Brought the blitz up the right side of the line. Darnell Wright having trouble contending over there with, of course, Parsons on that side of the line as well. But that will bring up 4th down and 7 with 18 seconds left in this game, or in this first quarter, excuse me, not in the game. Jeez. Torrey Taylor ready to kick this one away. Romeo Dobbs back to receive. The ball is snapped. The kick is in the air. Romeo Dobbs steps up. The ball bounces at the 5-yard line and goes into the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback where the Packers will take over at the 20 with 9 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And I would assume that they're just going to get the snap off here real quick and then take it to the commercial break. At which point I will go and pee for the D. Hopefully, by not doing it right now, that doesn't curse them or anything like that. That would be unfortunate. But this is going to be a short commercial break because we only got 9 seconds left to go in this quarter. You got somebody's smoking skull out there. I know my head does that when I'm hot and sweaty out in the cold. I get the smoking skull syndrome. All right, 9 seconds remaining. Packers going to get a snap off here to end the first quarter. Ball at the 20-yard line after the touchback by Torrey Taylor on the punt. Love under center. He's got a man in motion. Turns, hands the ball off to Jacobs, who gets met at the line of scrimmage, but then surges forward, and he's going to have a gain of about 7 on that first down carry, and that will end the first quarter. And I shall return as I am going to go and take a P for the D. All right, P for the D is complete. We are back, just waiting for the commercial break to end, and we will be back to action for the second quarter of this Bears Packer game, where we are still at 0-0 for this game right now. Defensive struggle. Bears run game not being as successful as I would like right now, but also got to see him stick with it a little bit. Had a nice run to start that drive, and then they kind of eased off it all of a sudden. And Ben Johnson himself even said during the week that he's got to be more cognizant of the run pass ratio because they looked down during the Pittsburgh game and they had thrown 18 straight times. Chicago's only had the ball for under 5 minutes. Packers 10.5 minutes. Packers going to have the ball again. So Bears defense spending a lot of time on the field so far to start this game. 2nd down and 3, 15 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Jordan Love under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and Josh Jacobs lined up behind him, making a call at the line. Gets the snap off, hands it off to Jacobs, who carries it up the right side, and he will be met, but just after gaining the first down, and that will move the chains for the Packers with the clock now ticking in the second quarter. Packers offense not turning it over much, but the Bears have already taken it away once today. Really don't know who Jordan Love was throwing it to on that pass, that's for sure. Was probably throwing to a spot more than anything. Well, it was definitely the wrong spot because CJ Gardner Johnson was standing right there. Love under center. First down and 10's got Watson in motion. Takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff to Jacobs. Going to be under pressure, drops the ball over the lineman to his tight end, and that's going to be a gain of about 8 on that first down play. That is the tight end John Fitzpatrick with that catch. He's got a little bit of Jordy Nelson in his face, if I'm being honest here. Second down and 2 incoming, 13:58 remaining in this second quarter. Montez Sweat was pressuring him on the bootleg, but that's by design as he had the wide open tight end sitting right behind him. Second down and 2, ball at the Green Bay 40. Jordan Love under center's got a man in motion. Sends the man back the other way, takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who gets stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. And that is big Montez Sweat in there on the tackle, and that will bring up third down. And they're going to give him forward progress of about a half a yard on that. So third down and about one ish. 13:21, 13:20 remaining in this second quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Packers on third down and 1 now with 13:07 remaining in this third quarter. Love under center, ball at the 41-yard line of Green Bay. He's got two tight ends, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who surges up the center and is able to pick up the first down and will be brought down by Kevin Byard before gaining midfield. And that will bring up first down and 10 with 12:50 remaining in this second quarter. Josh Jacobs got some nice blocking out in front of him. And the Bears front seven unable to bring him down. It took the safety Kevin Byard to get him down on the ground. 12:34, 12:33, 12:32 remaining in the second quarter. Jacobs off the field. Got Wilson in there now. Love is in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide outs and a tight end. Takes a snap, hands it off to Wilson, who carries it up the left side, and he is going to be brought down after a gain of about 1 yard on that first down carry. Second down and 9 incoming from the Green Bay 49-yard line. Welcome in, welcome in. We have had quite a bit of action happening, but no points have been scored so far. Bears did manage to take the ball away from Green Bay in the first quarter, however, did nothing with it, unfortunately, and the offensive possession has basically been all Green Bay for the most of this game so far. Ball is just inside the 50-yard line. Packers still on their side of the field. Second down and 8, they're calling it. Love in the shotgun. He's got a man in motion, takes the snap, looking over the middle. Plenty of time to throw. Gets it out to the tight end. That is Fitzpatrick once again, and that's going to be a gain of about 6, bringing up third down and short on the Bears side of the 50-yard line now. Ball should be right around the 45 of Chicago, I believe. Third down and 2 incoming with 11:20 remaining in this first quarter. It is indeed third down and 2. John Fitzpatrick with 2 catches now for 14 yards. Love is under center. He's got Wilson behind him, 3 tight ends and a wideout. Fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, trying to dump it off out to the tight end, and that is going to be complete out to Josh Wiley, the backup tight end, and that is going to be another Packers first down. Bears biting hard on the run fakes right now. Yep, defense crashing down, and Nick McLeod letting the man go out wide open in the flat. And that's unfortunate because had Kyler Gordon not gotten injured during pregame warmups, Nick McLeod wouldn't have been out there right now. 23-yard line of Chicago. Jordan Love under center. He's only got 3 seconds left on the play clock. Sends a man in motion, turns, hands it off to Josh Jacobs this time, and he's going to be stonewalled this time. That is big Jervon Dexter Sr. in there on the tackle. And that will be no gain. Second down and 10 incoming. We are just under 10 minutes remaining in this second quarter now. Packers are driving, though, well into Bears territory. Packers with 124 total offensive yards. Bears with only 20 right now. 55 on the ground for Green Bay, 18 for Chicago. 69 through the air. Nice for Green Bay, and only 2 for Chicago through the air. Ball is at the Chicago 23, second down and 10. Love under center. He's got a man in motion. Takes the handoff, or takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff, and he's just going to throw this one away as he was immediately under pressure after the fake handoff. But there is a flag on the play, and we're going to have to check this laundry now. Let's see what's going on here. Without the flag, it would bring up third down and 10, but let's see what's happening. Looks like Packers players think this is going to be against Chicago. Let's see what this is all about. Ref's still talking it over. There is no foul on the play. It will be third down and 10. So a lot of much ado about nothing on the field there. Third down and 10. Ball at the Chicago 23-yard line. Looks like they were contemplating a hold or a pass interference on CJ Gardner-Johnson, but that ball was thrown way out of bounds. So I guess they were deeming uncatchable. And third down and 10 with 9:25 remaining in this second quarter. Ball still at the 23. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and a back for Jordan Love. That back is Chris Brooks. Jordan Love just taking his sweet time to get the ball snapped, gets it off. He's looking over the middle, delivers over the middle, and that's going to be completed to Christian Watson for a touchdown, who was being covered by Kevin Byard. Looked like he had good coverage, but was unable to come up with it. And the Packers take a 6-0 lead with 9:19 remaining in this second quarter, pending the extra points. Not bad coverage, but pretty nice throw, I guess, by Jordan Love. Hate to admit it. See that one again. Yeah, I guess Watson did manage to beat Byard. It didn't look as bad from the side angle, but when you look at it from the quarterback's perspective, it was a lot worse than I initially thought. So 9:19 remaining, and McManus in for the extra point. It is up, it is through, and the Packers have a 7-point lead with 9:19 remaining in the first half. That's slightly deflating, but not the first time we've been down. That's for sure. It'll be all right, Bob, right? Just give us a heart attack at the end today, right? Packers taking the early, well, not the early lead, but it is the first points of the game. Halfway through the second quarter, and the Bears defense unable to keep holding, as the Bears offense has not spent much time on the field so far. And that is really going to be the story of the game as it stands right now. Bears offense not doing any favors for their defense. They really did get away from the run on that last series, Bob. I don't know what happened. If it came out, the first run was for 7 yards. Then they ran it again, gained a first down. Then they had one run for like a yard or two, and then they threw it 2 straight times. And that was the end of the drive. This will be what, our third series, or it'll be our fourth series now already. I think it's going to be our fourth, because we had the opening one, we took it away. Packers had to punt it away, and now they've scored. So yes, this will already be our fourth possession. So they definitely got to do something with it now. They cannot afford to have to give this one back to Green Bay once again after this possession. So we are at the commercial break. Yeah, just thought about it now. The one time I went and peed for the D, well, that's the only time the Packers scored. What the hell? There we go. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share. I will certainly be here for the remainder of today's games. I have been here for all of the Bears games so far this year, as will be the case for the remainder of this season. And certainly, hopefully, into an 18th, maybe even a 19th or a 20th or a 21st. Who knows how many streams this season could end up having. All right, we are back from commercial break. They're showing us the replay. Bears definitely were bringing the heat on that play. Jordan Love, they had it blocked up well. Jordan Love makes a great pass. It was really a little too easy because there wasn't any pressure on him. Oh, Montez Sweat fell over on the play, got in his own man's way. Well, no wonder Jordan Love wasn't pressured on that play. Now they're out there changing out the cleats on these guys. Green Bay turf shitty after today's weather. I imagine so. Ball in the air, taken in around the 2-yard line. That's going to be Duvernay on the return. He's out across the 25, and he'd be brought down around the 26-yard line. And that is where the Bears will have 1st and 10 with 9:14 remaining in this second quarter. Bears should bring back Fields. That's a joke, right? Have you seen how Justin Fields he plays so well that he's sitting on the bench in New York right now? Bring back Fields. Must be crazy. Bears getting ready to take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Caleb under center. 2 tight ends. No, 3 tight ends in there. He takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the right side, and that'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on that 1st down carry. Bears switching over to Kyle Manungai now. And it's not that Swift was doing anything wrong. He was playing fine. It's just you're not running it enough. But Bears' first 3 possession, punt, punt, punt. And they've gained a total 5 yards on those 3 possessions. -5, plus 15. Punt, punt, punt every time. Ball is now at the 29-yard line after a 3-yard gain by Manungai. Bears or Caleb under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Manungai behind him sends Loveland in motion. Turns, hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped after a gain of about 4 on that 2nd down carry. 3rd down and about 4 incoming with 8:26, 8:25, 8:24 remaining in this second quarter. Oh, I see the Packers score a touchdown, and now you guys start coming in here. I see it how it is. Well, please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share. If you guys are going to come in here and giggle at my my tears here, you guys at least better do me a couple of favors here now. Caleb in the shotgun, 3rd down and 3. He's got Manungai next to him, 3 wideouts. Zacchaeus in motion. Fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, can't find anybody downfield, manages to get it out to Luther Burden for a 1st down, moving the chains. Luther, the young receiver, picking up the 1st down. That is a fast little guy out there. Definitely want to try to get the ball in his hands a little more here. Let's go. Caleb making a nice little touch pass on the run there. It was slightly behind Burden, but bear down, Bob. It's all right. Being down 7-0 in the first half is not that big a deal. Bears with a 1st down, 7:25 remaining. Ball at the 45 of Chicago. Caleb under center. He's got an I formation behind him. Sends Cole Kmet in motion. Turns, fakes the handoff to Manungai. Is under pressure immediately. Rolling out, unable to get away. And that's going to be incomplete, looking for DJ Moore out in the flat. But Caleb under immediate pressure after that snap. Let's see what happened there. They brought 5. One of them was a DB, but I don't know. It almost looked like the protection ran away from him, like it was designed to do. Definitely some confusion on that play. 2nd down and 10 with 7:15 remaining in this second quarter. Caleb under center sends Loveland in motion. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Turns, pitches it out to Manungai, who's going to run with a head of steam up the middle. They can't bring him down, and he's still going. He's only going to gain about 2 yards after running about 8 or 9 sideways on that play. But that is going to bring up about 3rd down and 8 with 7:04 remaining on the clock in the second quarter. That was definitely some wackiness. Manungai ran into it, a hit, bounced off the guy, didn't go down. That was pretty crazy. He put a hit on whoever that was. Who's number 56? Edrin Cooper, the weak side linebacker, absolutely got smashed in the mouth by Manungai on that hit. That was crazy. Oh, look at that. Illegal hands to the face by Keyshawn Nixon on the play. I'm sure that. Oh, wait. They're calling 1st and 10. So I guess they did see the flag. There was nothing on the screen signifying that a flag was thrown. So I'm sure they were saying it in the audio, but I didn't see it on the video. Hey, it happens. 6:55, 6:54, 6:53 remaining in this second quarter, but the Bears get a first down after the penalty by Keyshawn Nixon with his hand on a face mask. They just call it illegal hands to the face. Automatic first down. Caleb under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts. Monungai lined up behind him. Monungai takes the handoff and he surges forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards on that first down carry. 6:33, 6:32 remaining in this second quarter. Yeah, dude, that was a nasty hit on Edrin Cooper delivered by Kyle Monungai. Watch out for getting in that man's way. Ouch. That was a nice one. I like that. All right, 6:13, 6:12, 6:11 remaining. Caleb under center. Monungai lined up behind him. Two tight ends. No, three tight ends. And DJ Moore, the lone wide out. I formation. Turns hands off to Monungai. Carries it up the right side. And he's pushing, but he's only going to have a gain of maybe 3 on that second down carry. And that will bring up another 3rd and 4, I believe. 5:50, 5:49, 5:48 remaining in this second quarter. All kinds of action going on here, but our Bears do not have any points to show for it yet. They are finally starting to move the ball a little bit. Caleb only 2 for 9, 14 yards. What is that nonsense? 5:32, 5:31 remaining. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, takes a snap, hands it off to Monungai, who's going to carry it up the middle. Surging forward. He's fighting. He's so close to a first down, but he's probably going to be stopped just short. And the Bears are going to probably be going for it on this 4th down and short with 5:12, 5:11, 5:10 remaining in this second quarter. Burden and Monungai coming off. Komet Zacchaeus Swift on the field now for this 4th and 1 play. And we are just under 5 minutes to play in this second quarter now. 4th and less than 1. They got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Caleb sends Loveland in motion. He turns, fakes the handoff. And Caleb is just going to pick this one up himself on his legs, and that is going to be a Bears first down. He gets out of bounds with 4:44 remaining in this second quarter. Jeez, I am all off today. Over caffeinated, but that is how it goes. Caleb ran out of bounds, and for some reason the clock's still ticking, even though it's under 5 minutes in this half. I believe the clock is supposed to stop in that case, but hey, you got a rogue clock operator in Green Bay or something like that. Who knows how that goes? 4:19, 4:18, 4:17 left on the clock. Second quarter. Caleb under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Monungai lined up behind him. Turns, pitches it to Monungai, who's going to carry it up the left side. And he's basically stonewalled for no gain. And that will bring up second down. And it looks like we have a little bit of pushing and shoving on the field. It's off camera, but I saw the ref go rushing over there. It looked like he was ready to break up a couple of kids in a fight there. So just inferring from what I'm seeing on the screen here. Yes, there is definitely a skirmish on the field here now. Looks like we got Darnell Wright locked up with somebody here. Who is that? 29. Who is that? Xavier McKinney. So we got a DB locked up with a offensive lineman. And now we got more fisticuffs going on out here. Luther Burden's talking trash to whoever it is, Carrington Valentine. Of course, that's a DB who was celebrating an incomplete. They were grabbing on Luther Burden's face mask there, man. This is going to be a little ugly. We got some classic Bears-Packers fisticuffs going on here now, huh? I like it. All right, we got some flags. Let's see what the refs have to say about this. Oh, they get the Packers for unsportsmanlike or something. Keyshawn Nixon definitely had a handful of Luther Burden's face masks. So let's the Flower is crying about it, as he always is. Hey, you know what? You can cry about it all you want, LaFleur. And now he's bitching at Keyshawn Nixon, and I love it. That's going to be an automatic first down and a 15-yard pickup for the Bears after the penalty. The clock is now ticking again, 3:28 remaining. Ball is now at the Green Bay 18-yard line. Caleb under center. He's got 2 tight ends. No, 1 tight end, 3 wideouts, and Monungai lined up behind him. fakes the pitch. Ooh, Green Bay saw it coming all the way. They tried to give it to DJ Moore on an end around, but Green Bay saw that the entire way. Second down and long incoming. 3:05, 3:04, 3:03 remaining in this second quarter. Well scouted by the Packers on that one. Who was that? Carl Brooks blowing up that play, the big defensive tackle there. Never had a chance, and luckily DJ Moore hung on to the ball on that one. Loss of 6 on the play. Ball is now at the Chicago 22-yard line. Caleb in the shotgun, 3 wideouts. Monungai lined up next to him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Monungai, who takes it up the right side. Got a little bit of room to run, and he's going to get back up to about the 16-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down with 2:23, 2:22, 2:21 remaining in this first half. Welcome, Ben. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And we are about to hit the 2-minute warning here. I imagine the Bears are going to let it go down to the 2-minute warning here. That is indeed what they are doing. And we will have 3rd and 8 after coming back from the 2-minute warning. Oh, Luther Burden grabbed Keyshawn Nixon by the throat, and the refs didn't see it. They only saw Nixon grab Luther Burden's face mask. Whoopsie. Hey, stuff happens. They always catch the second guy. That's what they say, right? You're not supposed to retaliate because that's the only guy the refs ever see is the second guy. Bears know that one well because the nickelback on their team, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, got 2 different Bears to take swings at him in the same season back in, 2020? Once in the regular season and once in the playoffs. It was Javon Wims in the regular season, and then I believe Anthony Miller in the playoffs. Both of them took a swing at C.J. Gardner-Johnson. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was certainly in the wrong, but the refs caught the guy taking the second shot, unfortunately. So, tit is what it is. We'll call it, an hour and 5 minutes. Fisticuffs. And LaFleur, the flower, crying. Matt LaFleur always looks like he's crying. I don't care what is going on, whether it's good or bad for his team. He always crying about something. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We are at the 2-minute warning. The Bears are in the red zone with a third down coming up. I believe 3rd down and 8 incoming as soon as we get back from this commercial break. Packers leading 7-0 at the 2-minute warning. Packers do get the second half kick, so Bears definitely needing to come away with some points here. And hopefully not allowing the Packers to get any points before the break either, because you don't want to see that double dip happening. Right now, it's setting up for it. Come on, commercial break. I will say there's been a big difference between the Packer fans online and the Packer fans in public. Like, Packer fans in public have been kind of nervous about this game all week. Packer fans online, they just been talking trash all week. It's like 2 polar opposites for what's been going on here. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. We are at the 2-minute warning. The Bears have 3rd down and about 8, I believe, waiting for them to show the graphic on the field. Temperature is 16 degrees at Lambeau Field. It is 3rd down and 8, ball at the 16 of Green Bay. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and DeAndre Swift lined up next to him. Takes the snap, drops back, drops it out to Swift, who not the best setup screenplay I have ever seen, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6, and the Bears are going to have to settle for 3 on this series. And I would imagine the Packers are going to call a timeout here. Or what is happening? Are the Bears? Yeah, the Bears are going for a field goal, and Packers are not going to call a timeout, I guess. You would imagine they want to conserve as much time as they could, because they do have all 3 of their timeouts. I do not like the setup of that screenplay. That was not pretty at all. Yikes. All right. Cairo Santos lined up for the 33-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is through. And the Bears have shrunk the Packers' lead to 4 with a minute 14 remaining in this first half. Ugh. All kinds of action, but not a lot of scoring to show for it in this first half, I tell you. But the Bears have cut into the Packers' lead. Packers now leading 7-3 with a little over a minute remaining. Bears will have to kick it away to Green Bay, and Packers do have all 3 of their timeouts before we go into half here. So still in a dangerous spot as the Packers get the ball here, and they get it to start the second half as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We are getting towards the end of the first half of the Bears at the Packers. Defensive struggle for the most part here. Bears managed to put together a nice drive, but it ultimately ended in a field goal. Had a little bit of fisticuffs in the drive on there too. Started with Luther Burden putting his hands around the throat of Xavier McKinney, or was it no? It was Keyshawn Nixon, excuse me. And Keyshawn Nixon didn't like that too much. Responded by grabbing Luther Burden's face mask, and the ref saw that, threw the flag. I swear these commercial breaks seem so long when I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, commercial breaks, they don't seem fine. But it's only because I want to get back to this action. It's also because it's the Bears, too. That's the other issue. I just want to see the game. Let's go. Well, Fox with another terrible game show they're going to debut. All these game shows, I tell you, none of them are good. The era of the game show is dead. At least the primetime game show. You can still run your Jeopardy and your Wheel of Fortune. I don't care about what's on next Thursday, Falcons and Bucks. I only care about what's on right now. Bears at Packers. Well, I haven't checked out here. See if we got any updates from Big Z here. Nothing other than what we're seeing on the field here. No injury updates other than the Kyler Gordon, man. Him injuring himself during pregame warm-ups. Ugh, can't even talk. All right, we are back on the field. Cairo Santos getting ready to kick this one away. Ball is in the air, and that's a dirty ball that does not land in the landing zone. What are we doing? Packers are gonna get this ball at the 40, and that's about the worst thing you possibly could have done, Cairo. What was that? Giving the Packers a short field, minute 14 and 3 timeouts to start this drive. I mean, he damn near hit one of his own players in the back of the head on that kick. That was pretty bad, Santos. Wow. And now he's explaining to Richard Hightower exactly what he just did on that kick. Whatever it is, don't do it again. Yeah. Somebody on that sideline was just giving Cairo the evil eye because now they know what bad position they just put their defense in. Ball at the 40, 1st and 10 Green Bay, 1:14 remaining in this second quarter. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got 4 wideouts, excuse me. Hands it off to Jacobs, who carries it up the middle, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on that first down carry. And we have 106, 105, 104 remaining in this second quarter. Packers with all 3 timeouts, so they're just, they're not going to be too worried about the clock at the moment. Jordan Love takes the snap, looking over the middle, delivers, and that is going to be completed to Musgrave, and he is brought down around the Chicago 44-yard line. First down picked up, and that looks like where the Packers will use their first timeout. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk right now. It is indeed where the Packers look like they will burn their first timeout, and it will be first down and 10 from the Bears' 44-yard line when they come back from the timeout. Cairo Santos, man, what was that kick, dude? That's a killer, man. Pretty much. I mean, I don't you're just calling the wrong plays or something, Bob, but then it doesn't help when your kicker can't get the ball in the landing zone and you give the Packers the ball at the 40. I mean, 20 yards and you're practically in field goal range, especially for McManus, who's got a pretty solid leg. He's not a short kicker at all. So 49 seconds remaining. Packers have burned their first timeout. It is 1st and 10. Ball is at the 45 of Chicago. Love in the shotgun. He's got trips out to his left. Takes a snap. Looking over the middle. A little bit of pressure, but that ball is going to be falling incomplete. Was looking for his tight end, Musgrave, but is unable to hang on to it. And that will bring up 2nd down and 10 with 45 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Jordan Love looking for the short pass to Luke Musgrave, unable to hang on. And it's hard to blame any of these guys if they can't come down there because it's like 16 degrees out there on the field and the wind chill is like 7. Perfect day for Bear Packer football, right? 45 seconds remaining, 2nd down and 10. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. The one to his right looks to be a tight end. Takes the snap. He is looking out to his left. Got plenty of time. Heaves this one towards the end zone. And that is going to be to basically a wide open Bo Melton who will catch the touchdown. And the Packers will now go up by 10 pending the extra points. Can't even do the math in my head now. Jaquan Brisker got beat on the play. And let's take another look at it. That was Jaquan Brisker's man the entire way. And he was never even within 5 yards of him until the ball finally dropped into Melton's hands. And by that point, it was too late. Extra point, snap, the spot, the kick is up and it is through. And the Packers now lead 14-3, just like that. Thank you, Cairo Santos, for the bad kickoff, giving the Packers a tremendous field position and basically only took one throw from Jordan Love to get that touchdown. 14-3, 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bears will receive a kickoff here, and they do have all 3 of their timeouts. But with the way things have been going so far in this first half, there is no guarantee they're going to be able to do anything with it. We shall see. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I imagine these numbers will start going up the worse this starts to get for my Bears because you Packer fans are fucking sadists. I'm just playing. Kinda. But we are at the commercial break after the Packers score. It is now 14-3. Bears down by 11. We'll be getting the kick with 38 seconds left on the clock and all 3 of their timeouts. But the Packers getting an easy go-ahead touchdown after the terrible kickoff in which Santos did not find the landing zone. Packers took it at a 40. 2 completions later, it was touchdown Packers. Just waiting to return from the commercial break. As always, Packers with a 11-point lead. Yeah, Jaquan Brisker was never within a reasonable covering distance of Bo Melton until the ball was essentially already in his hands. Just a little bit too late on that coverage there. Another long commercial break after the score. As always. All right. They're going to show us the replay on this one, too. Are they going to somehow... Well, you shouldn't either. Definitely shouldn't count them out. Looks like the broadcast wants to blame Jalen Johnson on that one. I don't see how that's possible because they were in man, and that was Jaquan Brisker's man the entire way. So interesting circling there by Brady on the little magistrator. Ball in the air, taken in at the 5, and that's going to be Blackwell on the return. He's out across the 25, and that's where he'd be brought down right around the 26-yard line where the Bears will take over. Packers are trying to say they got the ball. I never saw the ball come out. I literally never saw the ball come out. So I don't know what's going on here. Ref did drop a beanbag as though there was a fumble on the play. And it looks like the Bears will keep the ball. 33 seconds remaining on the clock. Bears with all 3 timeouts. Yeah, I never even saw the ball come out. He was down. Ball, yeah. There was no chance of that being turned over. It might have been loose for a second, but it's all good. 33 seconds remaining. All 3 timeouts for the Bears. Ball is at the 26, just about the 26 of Green Bay. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, a tight end, and Swift. Empty backfield, takes a snap, surveying to his right, throws it out there. It's going to get completed to Colston Loveland, who will get out of bounds after picking up the first down. And there are 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Colston Loveland with a nice little pickup, gets what he can and gets out of bounds. Can't see where the ball is spotted. Ball is at the 37-yard line of Chicago now. Caleb in the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 wideouts, a tight end, and Swift lined up out there. Takes a snap, surveying, under pressure immediately, takes a huge hit, is going to go down, and that'll be a loss of about 10. Who was that on that hit? Kingsley. Not even going to try to pronounce his last name. 55 Kingsley on the sack. Caleb evades Micah Parsons on the pass rush, but basically steps right up into the secondary pass rusher. And that's going to bring up a long second down play. "21 seconds remaining on the clock. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Bears using their first after that big sack play. Second down and 19. 9-yard loss on the sack play by Caleb there. Yeah, I'll let you guys pronounce Kingsley's last name there. I don't even want to try. All right, second down and 19. Ball at the Chicago 28. Caleb in the shotgun, empty backfield, drops back. Plenty of time, delivers a short pass over the middle, but can't even find Luther Burden, and that's going to fall incomplete, bring up third down and 19. Caleb with plenty of time. Luther Burden standing wide open. It's only about a 10-yard throw, but he couldn't even connect on that. What is going on here now? We have seen Caleb have trouble on easy throws many, many times this season, but then make the crazy throw across his body while he's running to his left, like make it make sense. Empty backfield, 3rd and 19, ball at the 29-yard line. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got Zacchaeus in motion, takes the snap, dropping back, throws it out to the right. That's going to be complete to DeAndre Swift, who will just take it up and stay in bounds. And that's where 4th down will come up. But the clock does stop with 10 seconds. Is Green Bay burning a timeout here? Looks like that's going to be the case. That is what they do. Green Bay burns their second timeout with 10 seconds left on the clock. Bears will have to punt this one away. Coach Ben Johnson has not stuck to the run at all, and now we're at a point where they won't be able to use it in the second half. They're going to have to depend on the pass. Torrey Taylor kicks it away, the ball bounces, and it just sits right at the 6-yard line where that's where it will be downed, and the half will be over as the clock hits double zeros. And we go into halftime with the Packers up by 11, leading the Bears 14-3. 207 yards for the Packers, only 71 for the Bears. Time of possession really not all that off kilter. 16:45 for the Packers and 13:15 for the Bears. Kyle Monungai with that huge hit on Edgerrin Cooper. That was a nice one, but man, Bears did not make any use of their run game in the first half. And I'm afraid that by the time they are able to in the second half, it's going to be too late. They need to get these guys up front blocking. That is for sure. But we are going to take a little break. I got to go let the dog out. But I will certainly be back here for the second half. And we will go over some second half stats as well. I'll get those pulled up right now before I even walk away. That way I have them ready for you right when we get back. But yeah, unfortunate looking first half so far. Bears offense not really able to get anything going. Had a nice drive that ended in a field goal. But if there's one thing we learned early on in this season is this team is not good enough to come away with just field goals. They need to score touchdowns if they plan to keep up with the rest of the league. All right. I am going to take a short break. I shall return. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you end up leaving me. But I shall be back in a few minutes. Oh, no, don't do that. There we go. All right. I'm back. Not a lot to look at on the Bears side of the stats here, that's for sure. Passing, Caleb, 6 of 14 for a whopping 32 yards and a 42% completion percentage, averaging 2.29 yards. Rushing, Monungai, 8 for 25, Swift, 4 for 18, Caleb, 1 for 5. And Bears rushing attack, 13 for 48 total, just not sticking with it. Luther Burden, 1 for 12. Loveland, 1 for 11. Swift, 2 for 11. Smythe, 1 for 2. DJ Moore, 1 for -4. And that's the receiving numbers for this team. CJ Gardner Johnson, of course, with a nice pick. Bears have 1 sack by Montez Sweat, and that is it for Chicago stats. Now let's go over to the Packers side. Eesh. Jordan Love, 12 of 17 for 163, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT, 1 sack, a 115.6 rating. Josh Jacobs is 12 for 44, so he has almost as much rushing yards as the Bears do by himself. Jaden Reed, 1 for 7. Wilson, 2 for 7. Packers as a whole, 15 for 58 on the ground. Christian Watson, 3 for 48 and a tutty. Bo Melton, 1 for 45 and a tutty. Luke Musgrave, 2 for 22. Josh Wiley, 1 for 21. Fitzpatrick, 2 for 14. Jaden Reed, 3 for 13. Dobbs and Golden held without a catch so far. Packers as a whole, 12 catches, 163, and a 2 touchdowns. The Kingsley with the lone sack for the Packers. And the Bears have not turned it over, thankfully. Otherwise, this game would probably be really out of hand right now, had they. But the Packers lead 14-3 at the half. And we will be getting underway in a few minutes for the third quarter. But as it stands right now, not a whole lot going on positive for our Bears. But that is also not the first time we have seen that this year. And Bears have come out on top a lot more often than not. So it is not over yet. Still a whole half of football to play. But the Bears defense needs to be stout to come out the gate here because the Packers will be getting the ball to start this third quarter. I love the shots of the people smoking in the stands. I even smoked in the stands at Soldier Field once back in the mid-90s. You know, I was like, what, 13 at the time or something? But hey, I smoked a cigarette in the stands of Soldier Field. All right. We are back. Probably going to show us some halftime stats after we look at Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt's mugs here for a moment. All right. Supposed to get me a beverage out here, so we're ready to go. We are moments away from the second half kick. See if there's any updates from Brad Biggs on the sideline here. Yeah, the time of possession is only favoring the Packers by about 3.5 minutes, but yet they've done a hell of a lot more with the ball than we have, that's for sure. Offense is 1 for 7 on third down right now. All right. Players are on the field. Cairo Santos getting ready to kick this one away. Just got a little bit of a hold up here at the moment. All right. They have given him the thumbs up. Santos with the ball in the air. And that will be taken in by, that is not Dobbs. Who is that? Out across the 30 to the 34, about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Packers will take over to start the second half. Not even sure who that was. Was that Bo Melton on the return? Not entirely sure. Just listen to see what Tom Rinaldi had to say there. Nothing I don't see. That's one thing. At least Ben Johnson watches the same game that I do. Jordan Love under center. He's got three wideouts and a tight end. Jacobs lined up behind him. Man in motion, turns, fakes the handoff, and he's going to be a little under pressure here. He throws it out to the right side, and he's just going to go ahead and throw that one away. That will bring up second down and 10. Bears pass rush actually creating a little bit of pressure on that first down play. Second down and 10 incoming as we are now underway in the second half. 14:48 remaining in this third quarter. Second down and 10. Packers have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got Watson in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who will be brought down for a loss of 1 as we had big Andrew Billings breaking through and stopping the run. Third down and 11 incoming. 14:36, 14:35, 14:34 remaining in this third quarter. Welcome back. Welcome in, whatever the case may be. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Packers running quick. Love under center or Love in the shotgun. Excuse me. Directing some traffic down there now. Third down and 11. He's got three wideouts. Tight end takes a snap, dropping back, looking over the middle. A little bit of pressure. Throws a deep moon ball. And that's going to fall incomplete as the Packers had to commit offensive pass interference in order to stop Nashawn Wright from intercepting that one. And that will bring up third down and a mile, or the Bears may just choose to go with fourth down. That's the choice that I would make on this one, to be honest. But Nashawn Wright absolutely with a chance to pick that one, but he got dragged down by Bo Melton on that play. Let's see what the Bears decide to do. Do they want to back them up or they want to bring up fourth down? They will decline the penalty and bring up fourth down. And the Flower looks like he's crying because he probably wanted another shot at it, but Coach Johnson a little smarter than that. He'd rather take fourth and 11 than try to give you a third and 21. Why give you another crack at it? 14-10 remaining in this third quarter. Packers getting ready to punt it away after the big penalty. Jordan Love almost throwing another pick on that play. Daniel Whalen back to kick this one. And I believe that's Duvernay back to return. Tough to tell. He's a tiny little speck on the screen at the moment. The kick is in the air. It is Duvernay back to return, and the ball will go out of bounds around the 15-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Let's see where the ref spots this to start. The ref spots this around the 22. We call it the 23-yard line. Running back Travis Homer is hobbling off the field on one leg here. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what that's all about. We got holding on the kicking team. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and they're going to replay the fourth down. Number 42, that is the long snapper, Matt Orzik, with the hold on the play. Hanging on to Daniel Hardy, Bears special teamer there. See, I write down the entire roster for the opposing team, even the damn long snapper. So I try to know, at least have a frame of reference for every player on the opposing team squad. Daniel Whalen back to punt this one away again after the penalty. Packers got backed up 10 yards. The ball is in the air once again. And he's got a way worse kick on this one. That ball bounces around the 38-yard line and goes out of bounds. And the Bears definitely got a better placement on this one after the kick. And that looks like the ref's going to mark that. Well, he was still walking when they cut away from him, but it's going to be at least the 34-yard line of Chicago, maybe better If I had to guess, it could be around the 36 or so. But that is where the Bears will take over 1st and 10. They managed to come up with a stop, so the Packers are unable to drive, nails into the coffin to start this third quarter. Bears need to get their offense moving. Let's get some run blocking. Let's get these men moving backwards. Let's get these Packers front seven on their heels. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I will certainly be here for the remainder of this game, no matter which way it ends up going. I am not a coward. I will not shy away just because the game isn't going my team's way. True fans here, although I may talk a lot of trash along the way. I do give my team the business sometimes when they deserve it, that's for sure. I'm not going to be too rough on them right now, but you might start seeing me get a little consternated if this next drive doesn't score 7 points. We are in the third quarter. Packers have punted it away after their opening possession of the third quarter. We're just waiting to get out of this commercial break. I say they just keep seeming longer and longer every stream, I tell you. Biggs, you got anything for me? Nothing since halftime. Commercials, commercials, commercials. Oh, now they got to show this Ben Johnson introductory press conference, of course. Why did they make him look absolutely terrible? Dude, the exposure on that camera made him look like a freaking freak. What was that? Fail for Fox fucking broadcasting right there. Jesus. 13:56 remaining in this third quarter. 14-3 Packers with the lead. Bears with the ball at their own 36-yard line. Loveland in motion. Caleb turns, fakes the handoff. He's looking out to his right, completes the pass out to Zacchaeus, who just drops down. And Packers players want to play games. You got a guy who gave himself up, and the linebacker wants to stand there like a bully. Edrin Cooper again. Didn't you already get hit in the mouth once today, young man? 2nd down and 4, 13:31, 13:30, 13:29 remaining in this third quarter. Ball at the Chicago 42 now, 2nd and 4. I formation, Caleb under center, of course. 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Fakes the handoff. He's rolling out to his left now, looking for someone to throw to, and he's just going to pick up this 1st down with his legs. Does so, and that will be right around midfield where the Bears will have another 1st down. They'll probably be around the 48-yard line of Chicago. Who was that on it was the safety, Evan Williams, knock off Jack Daniels. He's the one who was chasing Caleb down there, managed to get him to stop, but not after picking up the 1st down. 1st and 10, Caleb under center, I formation once again, 2 tight ends, turns, fakes the handoff to Swift. Plenty of time. He's going to roll out to his right. Nice little touch pass to Swift, but he does not come up with it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Swift just dropping the ball on that play. 12:30 remaining in this third quarter. Caleb threw a nice little lob pass, hit Swift right in the hands because the defensive tackle was bearing down on him, but Swift does not come down with it. Probably would have taken a hit pretty quickly anyways, but drops have been an issue for some time with this offense. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 48. Caleb takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Manungai, who's only going to be able to find he keeps fighting, and he ends up finding about 5 yards on that play. It looked like he was going to be stopped after about 2, but he does not give up on the play, keeps going, And that's going to bring up about third down and 5 with 12-13, 12-12, 12-11 remaining in this third quarter. Kyle Monangai out. Looks like I imagine Swift will be in. That is the case. Luther Burden and DeAndre Swift out to the right, or to the left, excuse me. Colson, Loveland, and Zacchaeus out to the right. Burden moves in motion to the right now. Caleb in the shotgun takes a snap, looking over the middle, gets it out there. It's Loveland who's got a first down, and he will be brought down around the 38-yard line of Green Bay. And that will be a pickup of about 8 or 9 on that third down play. 1st and 10 Chicago with 11:33 remaining in this third quarter. Just an easy little in route there for Caleb to Loveland. Xavier McKinney, Edrin Cooper in on the tackle. And Bears have 1st and 10 in Packers territory. Ball at the 37 of Green Bay. Caleb takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Looking over the middle, runs into his own blocker. I don't know what's going on there. He's going to get out of the pocket. Tries to, nice pass to Cole Kmet up the sideline, and he's going to be brought down right around the 11-yard line. I don't know how Caleb did that, but it looked like he was throwing it away, managed to get it out to Kmet up the right sideline, who makes a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch. Wow, what a nice catch by Kmet on that play. That was a nice over-the-shoulder grab by Kmet, who had a linebacker beat. Very nice. Ball at the 11, Bears in business. 1st and 10, Caleb under center, 2 tight ends, or 1 tight end, 3 wideouts. Swift lined up behind him. He's changing the play with only 3 seconds left on the play clock. Gets the snap off, turns, hands it off to Swift, runs it up the right side, and he's going to have a gain of about 4, maybe 5 on that first down carry. 10:06, 10:05, 10:04 remaining in this third quarter. Bears with their best looking drive of the day so far after that nice touch pass down the sideline from Caleb Williams to Cole Kmet, dropping it in the basket right over the shoulder. Doesn't get much better than that. And that's what I'm saying. Caleb makes so many of these amazing passes, and then he misses the easy one. Like, man, 9:42, 9:41, 9:40. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got Cole Kmet out there with 3 wideouts. Swift lined up next to him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Swift, runs it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped right around the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. Bears are pushing as hard as they possibly can, but Swift never went down, and I believe that play will be called, the forward progress will be called stopped right around the 3-yard line. That is where the Bears will have third down, and I believe, they can get a first down before they get to the end zone. About a 1-yard difference between the first down and the goal line here. 9:01, 9 minutes, 8:59 remaining. Ball is just outside of the 2. Bears need the 1 for a first down. Caleb under center. 3 wideouts, a tight end, and Swift lined up behind him. Turns, hands it off to Swift, who goes up the middle, has the first down, is fighting. Doesn't look like he had enough for the touchdown, but the Bears will have a fresh set of downs with less than a yard to go for the goal. 8:35, 8:34, 8:33 remaining in this third quarter. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Bears hurrying up at the line now. 1st and goal. Zacchaeus in motion, turns, fakes the handoff to Swift. Caleb's going to try to turn the corner, was unable to do it, but throws it out there to Zacchaeus, who comes up with the touchdown catch. Oh my goodness. Caleb firing another beautiful ball in there, and somehow Olamide Zacchaeus comes up with it for the touchdown. Let's see that one again. We got a better angle here. Caleb firing a sidearm pass. Zacchaeus comes up with it. Knee, elbow down, touchdown, young man, and the Bears have pulled to within 4, pending the extra points. Nice pass. Again, Caleb making the impossible look easy and making the easy look impossible. Nice touchdown pass. Caleb Williams to Zacchaeus, and they are going to go for 2 here. That's right. They're down by 5 right now. Bears are going to try to make this a 3-point game. Down by 5, 14-9. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got trips out to his right, sends Loveland in motion. Takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Manungai, who's going to try to take it up the middle. He's pushing forward, and it's a 2-point conversion. And the Bears have cut the Packers' lead down to 3 with 8:20 remaining. Kyle Manungai's legs do not stop churning. You have got to bring the entire crew to bring that man down. Bears cut into the Packers lead. It is 14-11 with 8:20 remaining in this third quarter. Bear down. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share with any of your other Bear fan friends who might be craving a Bears bias to their game time commentary. Because who wants to listen to Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt? Nothing against Kevin Burkhardt, but I think Tom Brady is one of the worst commentary guys in the game. And he's well overpaid. I could do his job for $30 million a year, and he wouldn't have to pay me that much. I'd do it for one. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. We are midway through the third quarter. The Bears have finally scored their first touchdown of the game and have cut the Packers' lead down to 3. And my energy levels have finally been brought back up a little bit. As you can tell, I kind of live and die with my team here. But I promise you that is only during the game. I do not let my team rule my mood the day after the game, during the week after a game. That's just insanity. We shouldn't be like that. Sports are entertainment, and they should not dictate our life or our mood as we walk through our lives. So just remember that it's all for fun. It's sports, and let the people who get paid millions of dollars, let them be the ones who get angry and upset. But again, in my heart, I still live and die with these boys for about 3.5 hours a week. See if we have any updates from the sidelines here. Kyle Manungai with second effort and push scores on 2-point conversion. Olamide Zacchaeus, I've said it right twice now, so I meant to work on that one for the week. As you can see, that was successful. Green Bay leads 14-11, 8:20 remaining in the third. All right. Making me feel a little better now. Last thing I wanted to see was a blowout, that's for sure. And it's not to say that it couldn't still happen, but at least the Bears are going to put up more than 3 points. Jeez. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. We are back at Lambeau Field. We are just about ready for Cairo Santos to kick this one back to the Packers, where I believe we have Bo Melton and Romeo Dobbs back to receive. As far as I can tell, that's been their returners, but they favor this camera angle behind the kicker, so I can never tell for sure. Ball is in the air, and that will be taken in by, looks like, Dobbs. No, that is not Dobbs. That is Melton. He is out across the 30, bounces off a man, and he will be brought down around the 37-yard line. He's not actually going to be brought down. He is stood up. Once again, I cannot speak. But the Bears will take over around the the Packers will take over around the 36 or 37-yard line. Over caffeinated. That is my problem right now. But I promise you, I will survive here. Bears down by 3. Kyle Manungai getting that second effort for the 2-point conversion. And we are about to be back underway with the Packers having 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Packers have had some awfully good starting positions special teams wise today. 1st and 10, Jordan under center. He's got Jacobs behind him. 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. End around to, who is that? That's Wicks, I believe. No, that's Jaden Reed, and he has a first down after a nice carry of about 15 yards on the end around. 1st and 10 Green Bay. The clock is ticking. 7:53, 7:52, 7:51 remaining in this third quarter. Packers running its up tempo here. 1st and 10, ball at the Chicago 48. Love under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Jacobs lined up behind him. Takes a snap, turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who will be met at the line, but he will be brought down after about a gain of 2. CJ Gardner-Johnson in there on the first contact, and it'll be short gain. 2nd down and 8 incoming for the Packers. Had the ball around the Chicago 46-yard line. Welcome in, welcome in. Packers now have the ball after the Bears touchdown and 2-point conversion. We are midway through the third quarter. Packers have 2nd and 9 now. They are in Bears territory right around the 46-yard line. 47 is where the ball is spotted. Love under center. Love turns, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who is going to gain about 5, maybe 6 yards, I'll call it. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and short for these Packers with 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. Bears and Packers now look like they're going to see who can muscle it out in the run game, as they just showed a stat. Packers in the low 70s, Bears were in the high 60s. Packers probably sitting right around 80 rushing yards now. They're going to call this 3rd down and 3, ball at the 41-yard line. Love in the shotgun. He's got 3 men split out to his right, and Jacobs lined up next to him on his left. Love gets the quick pass out there to Christian Watson, and he is probably going to take this all the way to the end zone, and he does so because nobody was lined up at safety, and all he had was one man to beat in C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's unfortunate. Bears defense lets him go down and score just like that. Where was the safety on that play? Kevin Byard caught out of position. Kevin Byard went with the rest of the play and was in no position to even come close to stopping Watson on that touchdown run or touchdown catch. And the Packers have re-extended their lead and pending the extra point, which is in the air and through, and they are back out to a 10-point lead after the quick catch and run by Christian Watson. C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the coverage got beat. Kevin Byard caught out of position, was unable to stop him. Packers extend their lead back out to 10, and the Bears will be getting the ball back with about 6-ish minutes remaining in this third quarter. Bears cannot afford to let Packers have quick strike drives when their own offense takes forever to get the ball down the field. It's fine to hold the ball forever when you're out front, but when you're behind, man, you can't take all day to score. You're going to run out of time eventually. Bears back down by 10 after pulling to within 3. No updates at the moment from these sidelines here. We usually get one after a score. I'm sure that's coming here. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Bob. What the is right? Bears defense giving up a quick strike here. Secondary seems to be somewhat out of sorts, and I don't quite understand what's going on because I don't really see the Packers running anything too exotic in their passing game right now. But that's the second time that a safety has been caught out of position on a touchdown play. Earlier, it was Jaquan Brisker being caught out of position on the Bo Melton touchdown, and then this time it was Byard out of position. And of course, Gardner-Johnson just got beat on the play. That's where we stand, 21-11. It's about 6-ish minutes remaining in the third quarter, just waiting to come back from commercial break here. I'm going to need Nixon to clock out, bro. Bears still getting beat on essentially the same slant route that Aaron Rodgers used to throw, and Aaron Rodgers ain't even on the damn team anymore here. All right, ball is in the air with 6:10 remaining. Bears getting ready to take this kickoff, and that ball will be kicked out of bounds, and the Bears will take over at the 40. So both teams now making the mistake of not landing the ball in the landing zone, and the Bears will get a nice opportunity at their own 40-yard line to start this drive. Bears made the same mistake with Santos not getting the ball landing in the landing zone in the first half, which of course led to a quick Packers touchdown. So maybe we can get lucky and have the same result on our end here. 6:10 remaining in this third quarter. Dennis Allen's been pretty good all year, so I mean, you can't toast the guy for one game. It's the players making the mistakes, not Dennis Allen. It's been busted coverages on two of the touchdown passes, so I don't think that's Dennis Allen's fault. Caleb under center after changing the play up. He's got an I formation behind him. Two tight ends, two wideouts. Fakes the handoff to Manungai. Fires it out there. That's going to be complete to Cole Kmet, who unfortunately falls down after a gain of about 16. Had he stayed on his feet, he would have been able to get more. But of course, you take the positive play. 5:55 remaining in this third quarter after the first down catch by Cole Kmet. There was an old tight end for the Bears probably about 15 years ago, and every catch he made, it was him falling backwards while he was making the catch. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. But all right, ball at the Green Bay 44. Caleb takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, drops back. He's going to throw this out to Manungai in the flat, who will be brought down for a small loss, and that's going to bring up second down and just over 10 yards. 5:21, 5:20, 5:19 remaining in this third quarter. Caleb just dumping it off in the flat to Manungai as he was unable to find anybody open downfield on that play. And a nice tackle by Javon Bullard, one of the third string DBs, I believe, out here. Caleb under center. He's got a T formation behind him. Interesting. Turns, fakes the handoff. Plenty of time to throw. Throws it over the middle. He's got it complete out to Luther Burden, who will be brought down around the 25-yard line, where the Bears will have first and 10 at the Green Bay 25-yard line. Bears looking to move with a little tempo, it looks like here now. Caleb rushing to the line. Luther Burden just sitting in the zone, found a nice little space, and Caleb delivering it on the money. Good job, gentlemen. Bears moving now. 4:24, 4:23. Getting to the line with about 15 seconds on the play clock here. Caleb under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts, and Manungai behind him. Pointing out some coverage or some blitzers out here. Turns, fakes the handoff, gives it to Burden in space. He's going to try to get across the line. He does, and he's only going to have a gain of about 2 after a bit of an end around action here, reverse action. 2-yard gain for Luther Burden, 3:56, 3:55, 3:54 remaining in this third quarter as the Packers are still leading by 10, but the Bears are driving right now. Parsons saw that one coming, so you can tell he's been watching film. He did a good job staying with the play on that one. All right, ball at the 24 of Green Bay. Caleb in the shotgun, trips to his right, throws a quick one out to DJ Moore. And can we do away with that bubble screen? They saw it coming the entire way, just like every other team has seen that coming the entire way all season long. Oh my God, the bubble screen. Get rid of it. Delete that from the playbook, please. Zacchaeus didn't even come close to making a block on that one. So that's why it was unsuccessful. But man, they see it coming every single time. Ball at the 24. Bears down by 10. Caleb in the shotgun. 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. No, excuse me, 3 wideouts and a tight end. Manungai lined up next to him. 3:26 left in the third quarter. Takes the shotgun snap, drops back. Rolling out to his right now with some pressure. He's going to have to get rid of the ball. Does so. Out of bounds, and the Bears will have to settle for a field goal attempt on this drive with 3:19 remaining in the third quarter. Caleb unable to find anyone. Pressure was getting there almost immediately as you saw him busting through the line right after the snap. Who was that? That was Kingsley again busting. Oh, no, that wasn't Kingsley. That was Edrin Cooper busting through, as well as Rashawn Gary on that play. Cairo Santos lined up for the field goal. This looks to be about a 41-yard attempt, 3:19 remaining. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up and it is through, and that will cut the Packers lead down to 7 once again. 21-14 Green Bay with 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. Packers with the 7-point lead. Bears drive stalling out after looking pretty solid to start out on that drive. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. See if we have any updates from the sideline after this one. Santos 41-yarder good. 21-14. Yeah, nothing new there. All right, I think I'm going to go take a quick pee for the D. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Hopefully P for the D worked this time because last time it did not. Joe, I'm stressed the fuck out. I hate this. Oh, you're not leading by 21, so you're not comfortable, huh? Huh, Smitty? Oh yeah. Hey, I mean, hey, as long as I keep it close, that's really I can all I can ask for. The last thing I need is to have them get embarrassed. That's for sure. Even then, you'd still be stressed. All right, the kick is away, and that will be returned after the receiver had to back up for it out across the 25, and he'd be brought down around the 27-yard line. That is Emmanuel Wilson who was on the return there. And the Packers will take over 1st and 10. And we have about a little over 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. I just closed my Twitter. I shouldn't have done that because I need Big Z's updates. All right, if the Bears can avoid blowing any more coverages, that would be nice because that's where 2 of the Packers' 3 touchdown plays have come from is just from blown coverages, unfortunately. 3:10 remaining, 1st and 10 Green Bay, ball at the 27-yard line of Green Bay. Love in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts and a tight end. Takes the snap, dumps it off to Josh Jacobs in the flat, who will be met immediately by TJ Edwards, and that will bring up 2nd down and 10 with 2:59, 2:58, 2:57 remaining in this third quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share. Bears down by 7 currently. Packers have the ball, 2nd and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Jordan Love in the shotgun. Man in motion. He's got Jacobs lined up next to him. Takes a snap, looking over the middle. Delivers a deep one to the right side. Has a man out there, but is unable to come up with it as that is well defended by Nick McLeod, who is playing because of the injury in pregame warmup to Kyler Gordon. And a nice defensive play by Nick McLeod. And I almost thought a flag was going to come out there. Let's see what this looked like. It was really just hand fighting out there. He definitely got his hand around, or his head around, excuse me, looking for the ball. So no flag, no foul, and good defense play. That's going to bring up third down and 10 for these Packers from their own 27-yard line. 2:25 remaining. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got two wideouts to either side. One of those looks to be a tight end, possibly. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, who's going to dump it off in the flat to the running back, who's going to make a man miss, but ultimately be brought up short, about 4 yards short of the sticks. That was Chris Brooks, the third running back, and that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Packers will have to punt it away. Bears coming up with another stop. Came up with a stop to start the half, ended up giving up the quick touchdown on the next drive in the half, but now coming up again with a stop here. 149, 148, 147 remaining in this third quarter. Daniel Whalen back to kick this one away. And I imagine once again Duvernay to return. The snap, the kick is in the air, had a little bit of pressure on it. Ball bounces at the 22-yard line, takes a Green Bay roll, and it will be downed by Green Bay around the 18-yard line. Ref's going to mark it at the 17, and that's where Chicago will take over with 132 remaining in this third quarter. Welcome in. Hearts beating. The nerves are going to start settling in as we approach the fourth quarter here, that's for sure. The closer this game is, and of course, while we're down, especially while we're down, the nerves just settle in. Bears with the ball, down 7, hoping to have a chance to tie this thing up. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I apologize for those of you who have been with me because I keep saying it over and over, but we want to get those likes up. We want to get those subs up. And we can't do that if we don't share. Let's see here. No other kind of updates right now that I'm aware of. Refresh. Bears coming up with a big stop there. That was a nice defensive play by Nick McLeod playing Romeo Dobbs down the sideline, which I don't believe I've said that about Nick McLeod so far this year. I mean, the guy's only in there because of the injuries right now. We were going into this game with Tyreek Stevenson as the only injured DB, but then Kyler Gordon suffered a groin injury during pregame warmups, who was, an amazing nickelback, of course. But luckily, we already have CJ Gardner-Johnson playing nickelback because Kyler Gordon was injured earlier in the season. But Bears have been getting healthier as time's gone on here. Should be seeing Tremaine Edmonds back in a couple of weeks here. But we are back at Lambeau. Bears taking over first and 10, ball at their own 17-yard line. 132 remaining in the third quarter. Got our perfunctory shot of Brady and Burkhardt here. Let's get back to the field, everybody. Only interested in the game. Teams are on the field. All right. Ref just told Caleb, okay, we're back from commercial. Tom Brady did a spiel. You can play now. All right. Bears have scored on both their second half possessions. Let's hope that's a trend that continues. 132 remaining. Caleb getting ready here. He's under center. He's got two wideouts to his right, two tight ends to his left. And it looks to be Swift lined up behind him. Ball at the 17. Man in motion, turns, hands it off to Swift, carries it up the middle. And he's going to have a gain of about 6 on that first down carry. Clock ticking, 124, 123, 122 remaining in this third quarter. And I would not be surprised to see a heavy dose of the run, especially if they're picking up 5 yards or more at a chunk, which was certainly the case last week in Philadelphia. I mean, everything was 6 to 8 yard runs in Philadelphia. So wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of that again. Only problem with that is you are behind and you can't be taking all day to score. All right, Caleb under center once again. He's got two wideouts to his right, turns, hands it off to Swift. He's going to carry it up the middle once again, and he's going to be brought down about a yard shy of the first down marker. Third down and short incoming. Ball will be spotted around the 26-yard line, I believe. We'll have to check that for you. Bears will have to run one more play before the end of this third quarter. It is third down and 1, 31 seconds remaining in this third quarter, 20 seconds on play clock. Ball is at the 20, just inside the 26-yard line. Bears need about a yard and a half to get the first down. Takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Manungai, who has a ton of room to run, and gets about 7-8 yards on that third down carry. And that's going to bring up the end of the third quarter. Bears trailing by 7, but they have the ball and threatening to use their rushing attack. Xavier McKinney paying the price for trying to bring down Kyle Manungai there. And it was crazy earlier in the game because that weak side linebacker, Adrian Cooper, absolutely got smacked in the mouth by Kyle Manungai, lost his mouth guard, and it was a nice sight. And then, of course, the Bears would abandon the run shortly after. Oh, yeah. Heading into the fourth quarter with Bears first down and 10. Down by 7. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Let me be your Bears bias, as I do certainly provide that. Of course, I closed out my Twitter again. Let's see here. No updates since the Santos field goal. Other than the injury pregame to Kyler Gordon, Bears have been fairly healthy so far on the field. Hopefully that stays that way. Grilled cheese sandwich. We need some shredded cheddar. That's what we need. Oh, yeah. Just waiting for this commercial break to end as we are at the break between the third and fourth quarter. Bears are trailing by 7. Bears offense has come alive, though, in this second half. Had almost nothing going on in the first half. Let's see. Caleb's passing has certainly improved some. He's at 13 for 24 now for 109 yards. He's above 50%. Hey, that's nice. He does have a touchdown pass and the 1 sack in the first half. And the rushing attack is up to 90 yards now after having, 46 in the first half, 48 in the first half. Cole Kmet with that nice catch up the sideline. My goodness. I just saw his totals 2 for 42. And of course, that one was just so pretty, which directly led to the Bears touchdown, of course. All right, we are back for the fourth quarter. Bears in the huddle. Temperature 14 degrees, feels like 10 at Lambeau Field. Ball at the Chicago 35. Caleb in the shotgun takes the snap, hands it off to Manungai, who's going to carry it up the middle, has plenty of room, and he will pick up 9 on that first down carry. Clock ticking 14:52, 14:51, 14:50 remaining in this fourth quarter. Yeah, I see you, Cheesehead. I see you. Cheesehead in Colorado, huh? Shouldn't you be cheering for another blue and orange team out there? 14:37, 14:36, 14:35 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears with second down and 1 after the nice run by Manungai. Ball is just inside the Chicago 45. Caleb under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Sends Kmet in motion. Turns, fakes the handoff this time to Swift. Rolling out to his left, and he's being chased. Throws a nice little touch pass out of bounds, and that will be incomplete. Third down and 1 with 14:15 remaining in this fourth quarter. Caleb just getting rid of it, staying out of trouble, of course. You'd rather have third down and 1 than take a sack, right? Rams just putting it on the Cardinals. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Third down and one, 14-15 remaining. Caleb under center. Looks like he's got three tight ends in there. He's changing the play at the line. Swift lined up behind him. Sends DJ Moore in motion. Turns, hands it off to Swift, who gets the first down, and he will cross midfield and be brought down just on the other side of the 50-yard line where the Bears will have first down. 14:05, 14:04, 14:03 remaining in this fourth quarter. Need to go Peyton playbook. Well, you know what? They did line up in a T formation on that last drive, Bob. I don't know if you saw that, but I've seen that a few times this season. It's probably only 3 or 4 times in the year, but every time I see that T formation, I take notice. I'm like, whoa, look at that. Caleb pitches it out to Swift, who carries it up the right side, turns the corner. He's got about 6 on that first down carry, and he's brought down hard by Keyshawn Nixon on that play, but that will be a pickup of about 5, maybe 6, and that's second down. 13:30 remaining in this fourth quarter. Second down and 3. They're going to give him 7 on that carry. Packers, of course, still leading by 7. Bears driving into Packers territory now, looking to tie this game up at the minimum here. The ball is at the Green Bay 42, just outside the 42-yard line. Caleb under center sends Burden in motion. Little bit of end around action. Crazy underhanded throw to Swift. Picks up the first down, makes a man miss, and gets out across the 35-yard line where the Bears will have a first down. That's about the wackiest looking play I ever seen right there. I have no idea what it was, but it did work. So he faked the handoff to Swift, faked an end around to DJ Moore, and then underhand throw to Swift, who gets behind Drew Dahlman and manages to pick up the first down on that play. That was a wacky looking play, but hey, it worked and it picked up the first. That's all we got to say. Ball just inside the 35 of Green Bay. Caleb takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, got plenty of time to throw, delivers over the middle to Colston Loveland, who will be brought down after about an 8-yard gain. Second down and short incoming. 12-15, 12-14, 12-13 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears moving the ball in this second half much better than they did in the first. Hoping to tie this baby up in this fourth quarter. 14-21 right now. Oh, that sucks, Bob. 11:52, 11:51, 11:50 remaining. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, sending Smythe in motion right now. Running out of play clock here. Gets the snap off. Drops back, getting under pressure, steps up in the pocket, manages to, oh, he's going to be brought down probably just shy of the first down. He tried to scramble and pick it up with his legs, but where he initiated his slide, I would not be surprised. The ref marks it right at the marker, so it looks like they're going to give him the chains on that one. But Caleb stepped up in the pocket after having all kinds of traffic around him. Manages to just get enough for the first down. But if you're asking me, I thought he slid before the marker. But hey, I'm not the official on the field, so what do I know? Was definitely under heavy pressure there. All 4 guys broke through. Yeah, dude, you look where that slide started. That is not a first down. And looks like Matt LaFleur is going to challenge it. Which, I mean, is that really worth the challenge? Because it's extremely close. And the Bears still have 2 plays to pick it up if they want. But hey, if he wants to challenge it, go for it. I wouldn't be surprised if the expedited review process allowed him to pick up his challenge flag. Because, I mean, honestly, like I say, from where I'm standing, yeah, he started that slide way before the marker. See, even as a Bears fan, I can be honest about this stuff. He's down. I mean, he initiated that slide before the 25, and the marker is on the other side of the 25. Okay, expedited review. That brings it up as third down and 1 with 11:04 remaining. So no biggie. But I got to imagine that they let LaFleur keep his challenge in his pocket on that one. All right, Caleb under center. He's got the jumbo package in there. Sends a man in motion. Turns, hands it off to Swift, carries it up the middle. That is going to be first down Bears, and he will be into the red zone, brought down around the 16-yard line where the Bears will have first down officially. And there might be a Packer down on the field. Just kind of caught him at the corner of my eye there at the last second. Who was that? Was that Edrin Cooper? I think the guy who made the tackle. He might be coming up a little lame here. No stoppage in play, so DeAndre Swift, 12 carries for 59 yards now. Caleb's 15 of 27 for a buck 24 on a tutty. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got two wideouts to his left, one to his right. Komet at tight end. Swift at running back. Fakes the handoff. Got plenty of time rolling out to his right now, looking for someone. Can't find anybody. Parsons chasing him. Caleb gets rid of it, and that's just going to go out the back of the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. But Caleb getting chased by Parsons. Might have had a chance to make a miss, but Caleb slipped on a turf. That Green Bay turf that absorbed, probably what, 4 to 6 inches of snow overnight last night. You can see it's kind of tore up out in the middle there, but Caleb slips trying to get around Micah, but he just gets rid of the ball. Lived to fight another day, and that is definitely the correct decision. 2nd down and 10 incoming. 10-10 remaining on the clock in this fourth quarter. Ball at the 17. Caleb in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, and this is going to be a keeper. He's got Komet blocking, tries to turn the corner, but is unable to, and only picks up about a yard on that 2nd down carry, and that will bring up 3rd down and 9 with 10 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. I got to imagine Bears are in 2-down territory here. I can't see Ben Johnson trying to kick a field goal here, but, who knows? I feel like Ben Johnson's aggression, he's going to try to go for it here. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 15-yard line of Green Bay. 13-play drive right now. Quick out to Luther Burden's got some room to run. He's surging forward. Got the 1st down across the 5-yard line, and that's where the Bears will have 1st down and goal. Nice little run by Luther Burden after catching the short pass from Caleb. And if I would have had to guess, I would have thought that thing would have got stopped dead to rights right there. Packers didn't see that one. Of all the bubble screens that haven't worked, that one actually worked for once. We got a bubble screen good and bubble screen bad here on this list. I'm trying to keep good track of my timestamps here for highlights later. Caleb under center, ball just outside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, getting chased, throws the ball to the corner of the end zone out of bounds, and that will bring up 2nd down. Caleb under pressure almost immediately on that play, being chased down. Who was that on the pressure? 52. That was Rashawn Gary on the pressure. 2nd and goal, 8:45 remaining in this fourth quarter. Again, ball just outside of the 5-yard line of Green Bay. 21-14 Green Bay. Caleb under center. He's got 2 wideouts to his left, a tight end and a wideout to his right. Sends Loveland in motion. Turns, hands it off to Swift, who carries it up the middle, is rushing forward, and he's going to be brought down about a half-yard shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal incoming, and the Bears are very close to tying this thing up. Micah Parsons on the sideline at the moment. That's interesting. Is that because he don't play to run so well? I have heard that about him. It was Jerry Jones who said that, but hey, just saying, I have heard that about him. You got to check the source, but hey, 8-14, 8-13, 8-12 remaining in this fourth quarter. 3rd down and goal now. Bears with the jumbo package. Caleb under center, Swift behind him. They're sending an offensive lineman in motion who just fell over. That ball was supposed to go to him, but he finds Colston Loveland wide open on the right side, and the Bears are within 1 point of tying this game up. And Packer fans' sphincters have just tightened everywhere. That's all right. I've had a tight sphincter this whole game, so join the club, gentlemen, and you ladies out there. I know there's a few of you. My analytics says about 97% of you are gentlemen out there, but there are a couple of ladies here and there. All right, Bears on the field to attempt the extra point. Cairo Santos, the snap, the spot, the kick is up. It is through, and the Bears have tied it at 21 with 8 minutes remaining. Caleb Williams looking very good in this second half. playing really polar opposite football from the first half. But the Bears have tied it up on the short touchdown pass to Colston Loveland, and it is 21 all with 8 minutes to go. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Please do not forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share, especially with your Bears fan friends. And we are having a wonderful time now, but at the same time, sphincters are tight everywhere, whether you're wearing green and gold or blue and orange. This is pretty much what I was kind of expecting coming down. Almost all the Bears games have been cardiac arrest so far this year, save for a couple. The Eagles game was an outlier, and the Cowboys game was an outlier. But beyond that, every other Bears win has been, one score. So everybody pucker up and get ready. Welcome to the show, right? I will say, for a national game, you can't ask for much better. You have a competitive game. It is tied halfway through the fourth quarter. You can't ask for much better. The NFL, I mean, usually these Bear Packer games from year to year are just clunkers left and right. But that's also because, both teams are never good at the same time. So for this to be going like this right now, the NFL has to be loving it. I wouldn't be surprised if this game could possibly knock some records out of the water for holiday games and stuff. Last week's Thanksgiving games, basically broke all the prior records. But this one's got to be huge, I imagine, especially getting into the late hours of this game. Caleb is dirty as hell too. I love seeing that. It shows he's got some grit. He might paint his nails, but you know what? He's painted in fucking grass too. DeAndre Swift with the little cut block there. But yeah, I think that ball was supposed to go to the offensive lineman, but he fell over on the play. He had a lineman report as eligible on that. But all's well that ends well. Touchdown Bears. Can't ask for much more than that. All right, ball is in the air. Packers back to receive this one, and that will be a touchback. Packers will take over at the 35 after the kneel down by Bo Melton. I texted a Packer buddy. I said, tight sphincters everywhere. And he says, this is not cool. It is fine by me because competitive football is all I really wanted out of this game. I mean, I ultimately want the win. I want that win. But to not dribble down your leg is really all we want. Ball control this half. Bears 33 plays for 17 minutes. Green Bay 10 for 5 minutes. First and 10, ball at the 35. Jordan Love under center. He's got two tight ends, two wide outs, and a back behind him. Turns, hands it off. That's Josh Jacobs on the carry. He's going to get a first down on that first down carry. He gets about 11 yards, 7:51, 7:50, 7:49 remaining in this fourth quarter. All tied up at 21, and the Packers and Bears, both teams look like they got some intensity in their eyes right now. So this is going to be hard fought down to the wire. I guarantee you that right now. 7:30 left in this fourth quarter. We are halfway through this final period of the game now. Tied up at 21. Ball at just inside the 46-yard line of Green Bay. Love under center. First down and 10. Sends Christian Watson in motion. Turns, fakes the handoff. Looking over the middle. Throws out to his right. And that is going to be completed to Jaden Reed into Chicago territory down around the 40-yard line. Packers moving the ball quick now. Bears made a stop. Then the Packers moved the ball quick down the field for a touchdown. Then the Bears made another stop. And now the Packers appear to be moving this ball quickly once again. C.J. Gardner-Johnson chasing behind Jaden Reed the whole way on that play. And it's all these little slant routes. Bears are going to have to make an adjustment defensively to figure out a way to keep up with these guys because they're running behind them on these slant routes. Ball is at the 36 of Chicago already. 6:39, 6:38, 6:37 remaining. Jordan Love under center. Two tight ends, two wideouts, one running back. Turns, hands it off to Jacobs, who carries it up the middle, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards on that first down carry. Second down incoming, 6:23, 6:22, 6:21 remaining in this fourth quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Game is tight. We are getting down to the end. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are just about to be at the 6-minute mark. The Packers have the ball in Bears territory, second down and 8. Ball is at the 34-yard line of Chicago. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts, and Jacobs lined up behind him. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, dumps it out to Jacobs on his left, who will make a man miss, and he will be pushed out of bounds just shy of the first down marker. Third down and about 1 incoming for the Packers. The 5:45, 5:44, 5:43 remaining in this fourth quarter. CJ Gardner-Johnson missing a tackle on that play and then getting pushed out of bounds. One of the backup linebackers. I don't have my Bears roster handy anyways. So third and 1, 5:27, 5:26, 5:25 remaining. Tie football game right now. Ball is at the Chicago 28-yard line. Love in the shotgun, man in motion, and Green Bay is going to call a timeout here. Not sure what happened, but I guess Matt LaFleur saw something he didn't like, and he wants to talk it over with the third down and 1 play incoming after the timeout. Heart's pumping, Bob. I don't know if I can handle this. I can, but I can't. But I can, but I can't. We are in the fourth quarter, and sphincters are tight all over Bears and Packers Nation. Whole country watching this thing. Tie game with 5:20 remaining. And I said in my video this week, win, lose, or draw, the Bears were going to come out here and show what they got. And I believe so far in this second half, they have definitely done that. It was looking ugly in that first half, but the Bears have come alive, and the Packers are now back on the field. Ball at the 28, third and 1. Jordan Love under center. Two tight ends, two wideouts, and Josh Jacobs pitches it out to Jacobs, who is going to run into some resistance, but makes a man miss and only has Kevin Byard to beat, and he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line with 5:10, 5:09, 5:08 remaining. Packers will get a fresh set of downs. They had Jacobs dead to rights in the backfield, but he makes Montez Sweat miss, I believe it was, among others. He made 3 men miss. They all crash into each other, and it was Kevin Byard to beat, who managed to at least make a tackle on that one. 4:46, 4:45 remaining. Love takes the under center snap, hands it off, and that is going the running back would turn the corner, but then ultimately fall over on the play, and now Nashawn Wright is writhing in pain on the ground. That is not good. Nashawn Wright is hurt, and he is not getting up. It's like he's holding his neck or something. What happened there? Oof. We're going to have a break here, but the Packers are going to have second and goal with 4:33 remaining. Nashawn Wright, not sure what happened there. Even on the replay, it's kind of tough to tell what happened. I mean, he took some sort of friendly fire, but he also took a foot from a Packer. I am not sure what happened there. But it looked like he was holding his neck or something. I imagine we're going to have a brief injury time out here. He is back up on his feet. Got the EMT on the speed dial. And now it actually looks like he might be holding like his temple or his ear. I don't know. He took a shot. So he's probably just shaking up. He's bleeding from the mouth too. So yeah, he took a shot. But at least he's up and off the field. So hopefully he's all right. Nick McLeod in there for him now. Yikes. Second down and goal, 4:33 remaining. Ball is at the 4-yard line of Chicago. Clock ticking now, 4:26, 4:25. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got two tight ends to his left, two wideouts to his right. Josh Lake Jacobs lined up next to him. Jacobs moving around in the backfield now. And there's going to be a flag on the play because I do not believe Josh Jacobs got set before the snap. He was doing a lot of motion back there. And I think that's going to be a illegal motion on the Packers, 5 yards. Back them up. They're calling a neutral zone infraction on the Bears. That's going to give them half the distance to the goal line. Let's see that. I don't know. I saw a false start and a neutral zone infraction kind of occur at the same time there, but hey, it is what it is. Second and goal, ball moved half the distance to the goal, so it's going to be roughly around a 3, maybe even the 2-yard line. It is on the 2-yard line. Second and goal. Jordan Love under center. And now we have a stoppage in play once again with 4:16 remaining. What's going on now? They're putting 2 seconds on the clock. 4:18 remaining now. Okay. You stop the clock or stop the play to put 2 seconds on the clock. All right. Second down and goal. 4:18 remaining. Ball at the 2. Tie football game at the moment. Jordan Love under center. He's got two wideouts, two tight ends. Josh Jacobs lined up, hands it off to Jacobs, who tries to carry it up the middle, but he will be stonewalled, and that will bring up third down and goal. Clock ticking, 4:10, 4:09, 4:08 in this fourth quarter. Bears defense making the stop on the goal line there. Third down and goal incoming. Gonna have to make a stop 2 more times, gentlemen. Of course, Packers more than happy to run this timeout, especially if they score here. So Bears going to have to be careful about time management here going forward after this play. Let's see what happens here. Jordan Love in the shotgun. He's got trips out to his right. Jacobs lined up next to him and a tight end on his left. Hands off to Jacobs again, who does push forward and manage to get into the end zone, and the Packers will retake the lead 27-21 pending the extra point. 3:32 remaining in this fourth quarter. Scusi. Hopefully you guys didn't hear too much of that. Jeez. All right, we are pending the extra point here. Brandon McManus is on to kick. Score 27-21. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up and it is good. And the Packers have a 7-point lead with 3:32 remaining in this fourth quarter. That's a hard fought series there. Packers were moving the ball too damn quick at first there, only for them to start running some clock off. But now we have 3.5 minutes for Caleb to try to run some of them heroics that we have seen. He has 5 comebacks this year. It would be interesting to see what the Bears do if they manage to score the touchdown, what Ben Johnson decides to do, because we have seen teams go for the win with that 2-point play. So would Ben Johnson be okay with just taking it to overtime, or would he go for the win? I am not entirely sure. The aggression in him says he would probably go for the win, but we don't know what that call would be until we see it in the moment. Just waiting to come back from the break after the Bears or after the Packers score. Boo, not woo. You're cheering for the wrong team. It's the Bears channel. Let's see here. Don't appear to have any updates from the sidelines here. The last update was off the last Bears touchdown, so I don't know what Bigsy's doing. Yeah, run, run, run is right. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm just gonna watch the game. I'm not gonna put any suggestion out there. My brain is fried, my sphincter is tight. Let's go Bears. Another long commercial break here. Sheesh. All right, now we're back from commercial break. 3:32 remaining. Caleb is 17 of 31. Jordan is 17 of 25. Jordan has 100 more yards than Caleb and another touchdown. Caleb has not thrown a pick, though, so that's at least a good thing. However, that pick didn't really mean anything because the Bears didn't do anything with it. All right, McManus is ready to kick this one away. 3:32 remaining. Bears getting the ball back. Ball is in the air. Yeah, I'll be taken in around the 5-yard line. This is Duvernay on the return. He's out across the 25, and that's where he is going to be met hard. And that is it for the return. The Bears will take over with 3:26 remaining. Duvernay basically ran into a wall there. Didn't even try to make a cut. He just got driven backwards after that. 3.5 minutes remain. Bears down by 7. We have been in this position many times this season. Let's see if they can pull out another one. Parsons, of course, on the field. T formation. Caleb in the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff to Manungai. Plenty of time to throw. Delivers it to the left. That's going to be complete out to Luther Burden, who makes a man miss in space. Hang on to the ball. He is out across the 30 to about the 33. Is that? I believe that is where we are at. Yes, 33-yard line. That is where the Bears will have a first down. That was a very nice pass by Caleb, dropping it over the linebacker and in front of the DB. Luther Burden, of course, dangerous in space with the ball. That man's got some fast feet. 253, 252, 251 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears already in Packers territory at the 47. Did I miss something here? Caleb drops back in the shotgun. Plenty of time to throw. Rolls out to his right now. Micah's chasing him. Gets rid of it. And that will fall at the feet of Zacchaeus. And that will bring up second down and 10 with 2:39 remaining. Caleb had plenty of time at first, but then Parsons broke free and was chasing him around back there. Parsons looks a little gassed because he has been spending some time chasing Caleb back there. Yeah, had tight end and Joe Tooney on him, but ultimately still broke through. How did Joe Tooney end up blocking Parsons on the right side of the line? That was kind of weird. Joe Tooney plays left guard. Anyway, second and 10. Caleb drops back, fakes the handoff to Manungai. He's going to have to roll out to his right. Parsons falling over back there. Plenty of time to throw. Finds, who is that? Devin Duvernay playing receiver out there, coming up with a big catch on first down. That's got to be Duvernay's first catch on offense all season. And he comes up in a huge spot for Caleb, delivering it up the right sideline once again, putting it in a spot where only he was coming up with it. And that was Keyshawn Nixon trailing on coverage there. No, Xavier McKinney, excuse me, trailing on coverage. And I swear, Duvernay has not had a catch all season. I don't even think he's had a target all season. That's crazy. All right, taking all kinds of time here. I think we are at the 2-minute warning, and that is the case. The Bears are well into Green Bay territory with only 2 minutes remaining, down by 7. Sphincters are tight. Sphincters are tight everywhere. Oh my goodness. I tell you, the NFL's happy. It's an exciting game right down to the wire. Bears in Lambeau with a chance to tie it up with 2 minutes left on the clock. Not much more you could ask for in this situation right now. Has it been the prettiest game? No. But Caleb has definitely dropped some nice balls in there in some gotta have it spots, you know? 2 minutes left on the game clock. Who knows? I mean, the way this game's going, we could be headed for overtime. You never know. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like the streams, subscribe to my channels, and share with any other Bears fan friends you think would enjoy a Bears fan bias to their broadcast. I actually started doing this a couple of years ago for some other YouTubers out there. Um, Anybody who follows That's Good Sports or Brandon Perna, as he may be known. He is a Broncos YouTuber out there who is very entertaining. He's the first person I ever really started watching who would do something like this. And then, of course, I also follow, of all people, Tom Grossi, probably the biggest Packer fan on YouTube. But I do find him highly entertaining as well. And both those guys are smart football fans. And that's also what I aspire to be. I'm not just going to sit here and scream at the TV and be a big giant idiot. I want to be an educated football fan and hopefully bring some of that to you as well. We need a smarter Bears fan base and a smarter Packer fan base too, to be honest. So, anyways, we are back from the break. 2 minutes remain in this game. Both Bears offense and Packers defense breaking their huddles now. 2 minutes left, ball at the 23-yard line of Green Bay. Caleb under center, two tight ends. No, excuse me. He's got three tight ends in there. I formation behind him. Hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the middle. He's out across the 20, and he will be brought down around the 18-yard line. And that is going to bring up second down and about 5, 148, 147, 146 remaining in this fourth quarter. Don't mind me as I twitch and bobble and move around. Bob, I'm not sure how many yards rushing they have right now. We'll have to look that up after the game, I think, or maybe if there's another break. I'm sorry, because we are back in the middle of fourth quarter action. There's only a minute and a half remaining. The Bears have 2nd and 4 right now. The ball is at the Packers 17-yard line. I formation, Caleb under center. Turns, hands it off to Manungai again, who carries it up the left side. He presses forward, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the sticks. That's going to bring up third down and less than 1 for these Bears. 106, 105 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears currently have 5 comeback wins in the final 2 minutes of the season, tied most all time in a single season. Let's see if they can break that record. 52 seconds, 51 seconds, 50 seconds remaining. Bears do have all 3 timeouts. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 14-yard line of Green Bay. Caleb under center. Jumbo package in there. Changing the play now at the line. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Turns, hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the middle, and he looks like he may have been stopped shy. Bears need to call their first timeout now, I believe. He did get marked shy. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds now, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 1. 26 seconds remaining. My heart pumping. Holy shit. Jesus. All right. Currently, at the moment, Bob, the Bears have a total of 138 yards rushing on 31 carries. I'm not sure if that includes that last carry by Manungai right there. 27 seconds remaining. They put 1 back on the clock. Packers leading by 7. 4th down and 1 upcoming. This is the ball game essentially right here. Bears need the first down to keep this drive going. And of course, cannot settle for anything other than a touchdown right now. And I swear they better not throw on this down. And now the Packers are calling their second timeout, as I imagine they saw something they did not like in the way the Bears were lined up. So another stoppage in play. 27 seconds remaining. 4th down and 1. And we are still at the pivot the most pivotal point in this ball game that we have had so far. Oh, my goodness. But yes, we'll refresh that for you, Bob. The Bears, that is correct. 32 carries, 138 yards for the Bears right now. And that is, of course, a huge difference over the 12 for 48 they had at the end of the first half. So the Bears have carried the ball 20 times for about 90 yards in the second half. So they stuck with it. All right, 4th down and 1. Caleb under center sends a tight end in motion. Turns, fakes the handoff. They're going to throw it on this play. And it gets intercepted. Looking for Cole Kmet in the end zone. Caleb lobs it up there. It gets intercepted, and that is going to be the ball game. Caleb, my goodness. He could have ran for that first down, no problem. Instead, he looks for Cole Kmet in the end zone, and the Packers end the game with the interception. It doesn't get much uglier than that. What was that throw? He was looking so good in this second half, and he is unable to drop it in there, looking for Cole Kmet. Oh, that's a killer. And somehow I knew they were going to pass it on that 4th down. All they had to do was gain 1 yard, less than a yard on that 4th down play. What does that look, Caleb? That was such a terrible throw. He's smiling on the sideline for some reason. I don't know what that's about. And that's going to be your final 28-21. The Packers come away with the victory with Caleb throwing the interception on the final play from scrimmage. The Bears, if I had to do it, I would have run it, I tell you. But that is ultimately not what happens. The clock ticks out, and the Packers get the victory 28-21. And that is game over. Well, the Bears at least kept it close. It was entertaining the entire way. Bears defense gave up 2 ugly touchdowns on busted coverages. Had those not happened, we got to imagine it had been a different game. But I think that the decision to throw on that 4th down and 1 to close out the game is ultimately what kills them. I would have ran it there, called your second time out after picking up the first down, and then you still had options. But it is game over, and that's it for me. I am Outski. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Please don't forget to like the stream and subscribe on your way out. Good night, everyone, and I will be seeing you soon.